cue, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, long time no see, mes amis. What'd I miss? But this is a Fred Billion Productions podcast.
And the occasion's back. Back again.
I'm very excited.
He's back in
He's
gambit
alive.
form. Cue the music.
Yes.
I don't know what we're yelling about! We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
You're telling me you built a time machine? DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Conversation anyway.
Look, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
Hello.
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 I'm a Kendall Richardson.
I'm a Fulya and Michael.
And I don't want to do this anymore, Michael. But it keeps on happening. Woo.
That's what I say every day I get out of bed. You are now experiencing a podcast called Fred.
Yes, experiencing it through the mediums of technical difficulties because Zencaster was doing a good thing, then I ruined it. Yeah,
You ruined nothing, sir.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're here. If you're watching, hello. Thanks for joining us and bearing with us. It's the last time Fulya is going to be on the pod for a bit. Yeah. So she's been really awesome and going to Germany for a few weeks, which is really exciting.
Germany.
For a few weeks. Germany. Yes. Do you want to talk about the really cool things you're going to do over there, Fulya? Just quickly.
Well, first of all, I'm going to Gamescom. That's probably the big thing.
Huge.
And I will hopefully bring back lots of gaming news for you all when I'm back.
Yes, please.
But mostly just going to be traveling around, visiting friends. Having a good time in the warmth. Because I'm sick and tired of this cold.
You and me both, girl. You and me both.
Oh my gosh.
Winter sucks.
I want to be back in shorts again.
Yeah. I just don't want to have to rug up constantly anymore. I'm over it.
Exactly.
Well, nothing's stopping you from wearing shorts.
It's too cold to wear shorts.
You wear long johns underneath.
Longy. Yeah, thermals. It's okay. Just wear thermals and wear your shorts over the top.
Yeah.
Start a new trend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, do
Well, Fulya, while we've got you, what have you been watching this week?
Well, I won't mention too much about One Piece. Haven't really gotten too far with it, so we'll just leave that. But in other animated news, I am now halfway through The Mighty Nine.
You're halfway.
I'm halfway there.
Oh.
Leaving on a prayer.
We're almost there.
Almost there. Okay, so what was... Because when I spoke to you yesterday, you'd only just finished episode 3.
I then watched episode 4 before I went to bed.
Nice. Is there only 8 episodes?
I think yes,
episodes.
there is 8 episodes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And
this was the episode where they gave their group their name.
Yes.
9.
Which first of all was the 7. Well, what was it? 7 something.
The
I don't know,
sensual
can't remember.
7.
The sensual 7 or whatever it was.
Whatever Jester came up with.
Yeah, I love that it gave like a little title card when they mentioned it. And then down the road in the towards the end of the episode, they said when Caleb was just standing there, just like when the guards are asking, and then what do we call you do you have a name? He's like 9. It's like 9 what? And then Jester comes out. It's like, not just any 9. We are the mighty 9.
Very mighty.
So there is that. But this so last couple episodes have been interesting. So I was with Kendall yesterday, so she knows most of the things that I've already mentioned about the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
that I have watched since the last time we podcasted. But yeah, episode 3 was essentially the episode called The Fletching and Moondrop Traveling Carnival of Curiosities. That tragedy that happened at the circus. We meet Molly Mock, the tiefling.
Tiefling, yes.
The tiefling that can tell fortunes apparently. And he's pretty cool. I like Molly. He's cool. But the things that happened in that episode was very tragic and very disastrous and chaotic, and we can blame Not and Caleb for that. I'm not big fans of those two right now. They're causing unnecessary chaos for their own gains. So yeah, that was interesting. And then jumping into where they aptly called this episode The Mighty Nine, which was trying to come up with a name for their group. Yeah, and then just seeing what happened with Essek and Trent with that contraption. And I had a feeling something was going to go awry. And I also had a feeling that Essek wasn't going to like it. The fact that a life was essentially used for nothing. Like they killed someone and the soul was not absorbed by this contraption. And it took all that energy to do it once with Essek, that he needed time, but Trent wanted to learn more and he just wanted to keep going. And I hated that he did not give a shit. And so I knew instantly that he's going to be a problem and things are going to go batshit crazy. And then especially the moment when he said, "Teach me to do it." I don't like that. I do not like that at all. So, and that power has now gone to his head. And apparently this thing is a weapon. And so he wants to learn more and more and study it even more so that he can learn how to use it as a weapon. And now Essek is very worried. Well, how about this is your fault for teaching him how to do that kind of magic? Consequences. So yeah, a lot of things have happened. And the Mighty Nine went after the giant toad monster that had Toya. And I had a feeling Toya wasn't surviving that. The moment I saw her, I was just like, she's dead. She's done.
She exploded.
It's like the toad might be speaking through her, but that doesn't mean she's alive. And I felt really bad more so for Jester, I would say, because she was the one who tried to save her. But then Not was also quite upset about it, which also I had, I was a bit sympathetic towards as well. But yeah, interesting so far. But then the end of the episode, the hooded person that was trying to look for, firstly was looking for Caleb, but apparently was also looking for Bo, looking for both.
Mm-hmm.
And two birds with one stone, because they're both there. And neither of them knew that this person was looking for both of them. So yeah, interesting stuff, this Mighty Nine.
So good. I'm really, I said this to you yesterday, but I'm really glad you're enjoying it and you're watching it, and it's great.
It's a good story.
Yeah. It is. It's a very good story.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this to Kendall yesterday, watching the Mighty Nine. And Michael, you can probably tell me if I'm right in my way of thinking, but there are moments watching the episodes where I keep thinking to myself, oh, they must have rolled really low for that to happen.
Yeah.
Or it was average, or they failed something,
Yeah. Bo especially.
Bo especially, yeah.
Yeah. She wrote atrociously. Like there's one bit in Vox Machina where the big joke is their mortal enemy are doors.
Doors.
They
can't get through doors?
They can't seem to open doors. And there was one scene where they kept on rolling like ones and twos and trying to open the door between them. Like someone sneaking in out the back and falling out of a window and all this stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
It is like that's a problem with me now. Now I'm just thinking to myself, okay, how would they have rolled here? Oh well, they did well in this battle. They must have rolled high, or them, And my brain, because I've been watching Natural 6 so much.
Yeah.
Now that's where my brain is at.
Try watching other media as well. Favorite one is watching Home Alone and saying that Kevin keeps on rolling 20s.
Nat 20s, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, it's good. I like Mighty Nine. Mighty Nine is great. But the one other thing that I'll mention that both Kendall and I watched live was JeffFaFaDunham.com.
Yes, I forgot about the whole Jeffafa thing last night. That was great.
Yay.
We saw Jeff Dunham.
We did.
Aptly titled Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah.
What a name for a show.
What a name for a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he introduced us to a new character, which was very unexpected, and did a little bit of improv stuff, and also made himself. I love it when they make themselves, like the comedians make themselves laugh, and especially Jeff because he's a ventriloquist. He's coming up with these different dialogue and he's speaking through the dummies. But then after saying it, he's like in his brain and you can see it on his face. It's like, I regret saying that. Or that didn't come out right. Yeah. And he had a lot of those moments, especially with the new character. But then he also did that a lot with Ahmed and with Peanut, which was still hilarious. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch Jeff Dunham live. For me, the second time. But for Kendall, it was the first time.
Yes, with my first time. Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I was going to talk about it in my weekly watchings, but yes, I did. It was just kind of surreal for me because I haven't had a chance to see Jeff Dunham live until now, and I used to watch his stand up religiously when I was in my early 20s, sort of thing, like discovering him through friends and stuff, and and I'm like, oh my god, he's there, and there's Peanut, and there's Walter, and oh my god. Like it was just big, it was just a big throwback to my, my young adulthood. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time, and that's all I've been watching.
Nice,
short and
excellent,
sweet.
Short and sweet. We love. Good quality though. Quality over quantity is what they say. Fulya, thank you. Mike, what have you been watching this week?
Hey. I finished up a couple of things. Batman, the Cape Crusader. I finished that one. Really, really good. I do recommend. A bit violent at some times, and it did catch me unawares. I was like, oh yeah, I'm watching something violent when it looks like a cartoon. Because it is like what do you call it? Like a successor to Batman the Animated Series. And it definitely has a lot of aspects with that, and I did like it as a kid, and and still like it as an adult. And this is a lot more adult as well, because there's a bit of blood and a bit of violence and a lot of graphic imagery. And they do a lot of changing up some characters, backstories and how they're presented. Like there was one, they do do a different version of Mr. Freeze, but it's Mr. Zero, and he's an artiste, and his main focus are statues of frozen people that he dips in liquid nitrogen, and there was one bit where it sort of caught me off guard. It's like these, like they're coming in. It's like, oh, these creatures, these statues are a bit freaky. They're in weird positions of absolute terror, and someone like threw a rocket and it ricocheted and it hit one of them and it cracked open their head, and it was sort of like a cross section, and you could see brain and skull, and it's creepy as a cartoon. Creepy. Yeah, and the last thing that they did was their version of Joker. And I have to admit, I'm absolutely surprised that they found a different way of presenting the Joker, which is not to make him laugh, which is a lot more creepy. So I would recommend that if you're a Batman fan. And doing that sort of thing, will there be more? I don't know. They probably, I think it was like they were scheduled for 2 seasons and probably done. But if there isn't any more, it's actually a good ending for this series. And I hope there's more, and I wouldn't mind if it does finish, because anything beyond the Joker is like beyond a joke. So that's great. And the other thing that I finished up is House of Dragon. I finished up the House of Dragon.
You finished it?
Yes. Nothing to do with the show, but it took me it was a bit of a hard slog trying to finish it because of my routine, and I can only watch like an episode at night when the kids are in bed, and they almost go for an hour, which I'm not used to for a while. But I'm glad that I finished it, because I can see it wrapping up of where it's going to go. And yeah, it's on the cusp of like almost overstaying its welcome, but I can actually see where the finish line is with these characters, and dare I say, it's a better. It's sort of leading towards a better ending for the original Game of Thrones when it comes to the Mad Queen, as it were. So
yes,
definitely a decent solid build up to where her like mindset is. She is wanting this. She was ordained this, and all the other fixtures are against her and for her, and yeah, it's and even with the sort of saving grace of saying, okay, you can have this bit and you can have that bit, and then we want all, and having that is like, no, we're gonna have it all. And yeah, what's his name? Aphid, guy who's the bastard who turncoat, and he Ulf, that's it.
Ulf, yeah,
like Oaf.
Ulf the White.
Ulf the White, who missed the battle by being drunk and falling asleep on the toilet.
Yeah, and then he was just like, you know what? Fuck everyone.
You know,
Dracarys, fucking.
yeah, fuck you too.
Yeah, Jesus.
And the white guy is yeah, it was very exciting in final scene, battle for the series, and it's good. And having said that, that's mostly what I've been watching. I've been going in and out of Oddie Fools and Horses as well. That's going good. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised of how good it is for being an old show, but it's playing with a bit more heart, a bit more like a tragic sort of thing, and you can sort of see it in the writing where there is actually they're starting to do like hour-long specials, and some don't have any laugh track or anything like that, and some do. And there's one scene where they play it for the drama, but interspersed with funny bits. Like there's one scene where they got to have a joke every now and again, otherwise why is it a comedy? It's sort of like MASH in a way, of trying to make that sort of balance, and there was, and you can sort of hear the audiences like it is funny that these two brothers are sort of fighting because we're expected to like laugh, but what they are saying is pretty like damning, and all this is like all you can help was laugh. So it's kind of interesting sort of balance that they're actually doing for a TV show in the 80s. I'm almost they're sort of done it it's sort of in eras. Like you got the first couple of seasons that involve the two brothers and their grandfather, and unfortunately the actor who played the grandfather actually passed away in between season 3 and 4, 4 and 5, and they actually do a funeral episode, and knowing that there are sort of elements that they actually did not play for laughs, and sort of made the character like a good send off, and then all of a sudden his brother comes in, and sort of like a changing of the guard sort of thing, but with a different sort of dynamic, which is good. Uncle Arthur, and he's great. He's got his own sort of methodology, and I'm in that sort of era, and then in the other and in the next era is like another couple of years in the future, where Arthur's no longer with them, but they do tend to find out that they are growing old. It's like 10 years from the first season. So and then all of a sudden it's the 20 years after that when they start doing like seasons in the 2000s, which is kind of great, where you can actually see these sort of characters like grow up like in between. So that's good. I'm glad that I'm actually sitting down to watch this, because it is helping me work out some stuff for my own TV show that I'm working on, and is to be seen here. Anything else that I've watched? I'm a bit scatterbrained on where I am, because I haven't really sat down to say, okay, I'm going to be watching this. My wife saw the Charles Manson tapes, so offhanded watching that and knowing sort of that history, I suppose that's good. And she's all gearing up for the next monster TV show, and I'm not, because I'm not into true crime. Give me fiction anyway. Give me Batman any day. Anyway, Kendall.
Yes.
Your turn. Do you like Batman?
I mean, I love Batman, but there is something in the weekly watchings you didn't mention.
I didn't mention. I am scatterbrained. What's going on? What did you
see? What did you see today? That
today,
unfortunately, I couldn't go to.
I saw a movie, and you can tell I'm scatterbrained.
You're fine.
The main reason why I had today off from work, I went to Ballarat because the Melbourne International Film Festival was on, and it's not mostly in Melbourne; it's also rural as well. So you can watch films that have been what do you call it? Introduced. shown within the confine of the festival, out here in the sticks, out here in Bendigo. But the movie that I went to see was only in Ballarat, and the movie is called Yesterday Island, and it has our very own Philip Hunting, who plays Norwegian. That has no dialogue.
Norwegian.
Yeah, no dialogue, but he goes nuts and he kills people. And, yeah.
So he made the movie.
He did make the movie.
Yay!
It was a bit of a sigh of relief because when we saw the opening credits, it had his name, and I thought, there you go.
Oh, great!
Cut him out now. Which is great, and it's a very, very fine film. It is an indie film. It is an independent film, and they do rely on more dialogue-heavy movie, more dialogue-heavy scenes than actual like practical effects or anything like that. But I think it actually does a good balance of funding your sort of disbelief of this sort of weird movie that's don't know if I should spoil it or not. I shouldn't, but it's sort of like a time dilation sort of narrative where this person is actually been brought to this place that's out in the middle of nowhere, very close to the Antarctic, but it's an Australian-based sort of base camp, basically, to monitor stuff. And it's a very supernatural sort of thing as well. Not for the faint-hearted, but it's not much gore or even swearing or anything like that. I like to call it. It's sort of like Groundhog Day, where the day sort of feels samey, like all the time, and there's no explanation for it, which is good because I don't like those sort of films that like dive into like, why is this the thing? No, it's more to do with, this is the situation, how do we actually come back to actually get out of it? And it's great. I would recommend it. I don't think it's going to be released in Melbourne, but it's going to apparently they actually had a Q&A at the end. Had the director and the producer, and they did say that it's going to be hopefully picked up and be nationally distributed. So November, December, sometime. So that's going to be good. Awesome. And yeah, we were there with Phil, and he was having fun, and he was so chuffed because he had a big close up of his big dumb face on screen. It was great.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm on the IMDb page.
So am I.
There.
Phil has an IMDb page.
Yep.
He's got to put his photo up there. He's got to get Unibums on there. Like, come on.
Well, apparently he did show Unibums to the main actor.
Oh yeah.
So they have seen me.
Yeah. That's good.
No, it's like watching your home movies. It's like, it's not. I can do better.
You can do better.
Anyway, yeah. So he made it to IMDb. That's
very cool.
Apparently he said, "Yeah, I'm in this film," and then it's up to the either producer director who actually has the IMDb as well, saying, "Yeah, he was in it." So you can't just claim. It's not like Wikipedia.
No,
you can claim anything. It's like yeah. If I had it, I would only say I was in the first 2 episodes of Dr. Blake's Mysteries as barman, uncredited. But I probably wouldn't recommend that for me because Craig McLaughlin's a bit of a character, as we say. So. That's good. Hopefully, more to do. It's it's convinced me. It's like, well, I'm going to have to get a Letterboxd account and actually review it. So more word of mouth,
get it out there.
more word of mouth, and it's like, hey, this is a good film, and it's indie. It's great. It's the locations. It was filmed near Ballarat as well, which is cool. They do go to King Island, and some was filmed in South Melbourne, the Docklands, I think, in the studios as well. So, and yeah, it's a good local film and keep local artists, and it had Francis Greenslade as well, which is cool because I do like him. He's in Mad as Hell. Sean McAuliffe's Mad as Hell, and he was also in the Full Frontal. He played he majorly played the weatherman, and they used to hang shit on him a lot. So that's fun. Anything else that I forgot, Kendall?
No. I was just gonna say, I recognize Ivan Aristegueta. He's a comedian from, I think he's from Argentina originally,
or Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
He's the main guy.
Excuse
and
me.
He was good.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah,
He is.
He's becoming Aussie, and I love how a lot of his stand-up is just about that process of him integrating into Australian life.
Yeah.
But he was good in the movie. That's great to hear.
Yeah. Originally, it was just written for just a person, but they formed the character. Apparently, in the Q&A, they said they formed the character like around him. It's like, oh, you're from Venezuela. It's like, is there any Venezuelan sort of sayings? And they said, oh yeah, this is what we say. And then they sort of changed it around him, and they sort of added more to his character because of his background. Which is cool. Which is good, and it is funny.
I like that.
A lot of dark humor, which I like.
Okay,
so
nice.
Yeah,
well, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Death and despair, and just a fun time.
Nice.
Of watching rats in a cage. Not figuratively, not
figurative
literally.
rats. Yeah,
metaphorically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything I forgot?
No, that was the one thing I know you watched that you needed to talk about.
Yes.
Thank you for talking about it.
I did watch the first episode of Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's good. I missed it. And the first episode is basically is sort of convincing. The show is convincing itself. Why is it here? Why is it back? So I kind of like that. It's like, what are we doing? Why don't we do it again? Yeah, okay. That sort of thing. So that's it.
That's good.
What about you, Kendall?
Cool. What about
I won't
me?
say it again.
Well,
I won't say it again. What about you, Kendall?
Okay. What about me? Okay, you said it again. I pretty much just have, the two things either of you have talked about already. Yes, I already touched on Jeff Dunham a little bit. That was good. And then House of the Dragon finale. My take on it, I really liked it. A lot of people online are talking about how watching Rhaenyra's descent into being a mad queen, as you said, Mike, is kind of what we wish we could have had with Daenerys in the original show. And I kind of agree with that take, even though, I don't know what the end point is with Rhaenyra because I haven't read the book that this show is based on. Yeah. So I don't know where they're going with it, but I definitely was picking up her arc throughout this season is just completely, she's losing it. She's losing it quite a bit, and in this episode she just went full cuckoo, full Delulu. I am the prince that was promised. I am the blood of old Valyria, and I'm gonna fucking just I'm the king, basically. She's just I'm it, and I don't care who stands against me. I will murder priests to claim my throne.
I will kill unborn babies.
Oh my god. I love Heather. I think I just have to say, Emma Darcy, what a performance this season from her. From them. They are just a phenomenal performer, phenomenal actor, and I really hope Emma gets their flowers come award season next year, because holy crap, I was just loving it. And Matt Smith as well, like again, like I just love going back and forth between Doctor Who and House of the Dragon, and just the complete opposite of the spectrum characters that he is. And it's just, he's just so great. Yeah, he had a lot of fun things to do this season. And then the final episode was just, the big Tumbleton battle. Just so many good characters in there, and so many satisfying moments, and yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed this season. I thought it was better than last season. And yeah, now we wait, I guess, another 2 years until the fourth and final season of House of the Dragon. Yeah, we're almost done. And like you said, Mike, you can see the end coming. Like they're laying all the groundwork now, and the big finale's on the way. The one thing I did watch, speaking of fantasy and battles and wars, I finally sat down this week and watched Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim, the animated film.
Yes.
Finally watched it. Took me forever. But no, yeah, really good. I really liked it. It probably, as a Lord of the Rings story, it's a good story. I just think my issue was the pacing was terrible. It ramps up in momentum super early, with everything that happens with the beginning of the war, and then what happens to Hera's brothers and then her dad, and it's just this whole, you feel like it's just I think it just all happened a bit too early, and then we have this very long winter sequence where they're in Helm's Deep that is not yet called Helm's Deep, but it is by the end of the film. Yeah, it kind of was it just dragged a little in spots for me, but I think overall the characters were really good, and there were a few unexpected moments. I would have really liked to seen a bit more. I know a lot of people say not every villain needs to be you don't need to empathize with every villain, but I feel like Wolf as a villain in this, he had every right to act the way he did because of what happened to his father. Because Helm Hammerhand is kind of a dick and just kills his dad accidentally, and doesn't even apologize or anything. And it's just Wolf, you're banished. Sorry. Actually, sorry, not sorry. And so I feel like Wolf's actions are justified early on, but then Wolf gets to a point where nothing he does makes any sense, and he doesn't listen to the counsel of his number two, and then he kills his number two. Why not? So I don't know. I just would have liked if they'd leaned a bit more into the Hera Wolf childhood stuff. We get one kind of flashback that kind of explains a little bit of them, being close as kids. But then I just would have liked a bit more. So when by the time the movie kind of climaxes with Wolf and Hera fighting, at the end of the siege, and it's beautiful. The animation's great. It all played out really nicely. But yeah, I don't know. I just would have liked to have felt a bit more between them. I didn't need anything romantic. I'm sure there's fan fiction for that if I wanted it. But I was fine with them just being these two childhood friends that became adversaries, and I just feel like they just didn't really, for me, go deep enough into their bond that they had. I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more. But other than that, it was cool, and it was nice that they were able to make a 2-hour animated movie that was based on 2 pages of text that Tolkien wrote 70, 80 years ago, so that was cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice to see and it felt very Middle Earth, even though it was an anime, you know, the fact that they open with like the eagles of Manway like flying in and stuff, and you know, you see an Oliphant going feral, and so there's like all these splashes, and you've even got fucking Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd doing the voice of two orcs in there. What does Mordor want with rings anyway?
Oh, I clocked them straight away.
Oh, did you? I didn't. I saw their names in the credits, and I was like, oh, holy shit! I didn't even click. Yeah, but then they had Miranda Otto doing the voiceover as Eowyn, which that was advertised with the promotion of the film. So, which was cool. It's good to hear her voice again. But yeah, and Brian Cox was great as Helm Hammerhand too. I really enjoyed his performance. And when he sort of became what do they call him? Like they called him like a specter or a ghost or a demon or something. There was a word they called him when he was going around and killing all the Dunlandons or whatever they were called.
The Jeff Dunhams.
The Jeff Dunhams, yeah. But anyway, it was cool. I enjoyed watching War of the Rohirrim. I think I've actually liked it more in the days since I've watched it. Because at first I was like, that could have been better. It was good, but it could have been better. But now I'm like, no, I'd watch it again. I'd watch it again. I liked it. Okay. That's the weekly watchings, which means it's time for the nerdy news.
This is the news and nerdy news. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
All right, nerdy news time. And I'm just going to start off this podcast by saying hashtag not sponsored by Disney. But this is a D23 podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be talking about everything from here out is owned by Disney that we're going to discuss for the rest of the show. So,
yep, it's a D23 special.
I guess I upgraded my my blood sacrifice. So we've got some really cool things to talk about. We're probably not going to go too deep on everything because there was so much that they announced and they showed and talked about. So we'll just kind of touch on the big things. I might just mention a random thing here or there, and if you guys want to talk about it a bit more, please feel free to dive in. But of course, there's a couple of big things up top that we will dive into. Of course, the big Marvel news. Apart from the stuff coming in Trailer Park that we'll talk about. X-Men. I jumped the gun on this last week talking about Kit Connor and Samara Weaving. I'm like, this is great. This is great casting. And then like a week later, here's all of them.
Wow.
Here's the entire movie. Oh, well.
Not all.
Well, not all of them. No.
We still need a beast.
We do still need a beast.
And
it's not going to be Nicholas Hoult again, is it?
No.
We already know who Gambit is.
Gambit. No.
Well, we know who Gambit is in Doomsday.
Not to like jump the gun to my reckoning. I think they're going to recast Gambit.
I don't think Channing Tatum is staying around.
They are all young. So
sadly, they are.
It'll have to be a younger Gambit.
Younger Cajun.
Yes.
Because we did get a rogue.
We did, and I'm so excited to talk about that. So I'm just gonna get through here. So yes, of course, as I mentioned last week, Kit Connor and Samara Weaving are going to be Cyclops and Emma Frost, respectively. But then the rest of the cast, or at least the rest of the main lineup that they're willing to announce so far, we have Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Professor. I wasn't gonna say it because Fulya probably doesn't even know. So let's just not talk about it.
Anyway.
Professor Charles Xavier will be played by Christopher Abbott. Storm will be Maya Boyd. Rogue is going to be played by Enda Navarrete from Obsession, and I am obsessed with that casting choice. Yes,
I see what you did there.
Ah,
Obsessed.
I'm a writer. And in one of the most exciting casting news, I think, Adam Driver, welcome to the MCU as Mr. Sinister. That's exciting. Adam Driver is an MCU villain. We are so back. We are just back. It's great. I don't care that this X-Men movie is happening way too soon for me. I'll have it. It's totally fine. Yeah, this is a great cast. As Mike pointed out, they're all young stars, young actors coming up. I did actually see rumors about Indy Navarrete playing Rogue before this announcement, or she at least being in talks to be one of the X-Men. So that's really cool to have that confirmed. She's so fucking good. Like, seriously. Really, really, really happy for her. I don't know who Maya Boyd is. I think she's like the only one in the cast that I've never heard of. So really cool opportunity for her. Storm is such a great character.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot on her IMDb page from what I can see. So this might be her first like
big role
feature.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then Christopher Abbott, I've definitely seen the name before, but I haven't seen much of what he's done. Like he was in Poor Things. I've seen that. Apologies to him. Hopefully this comic book outing is a bit better. He was in Kraven the Hunter, but who knows if I even remember him in that one. I'm trying to block that entire movie out from my memory, to be honest.
Haven't seen it, so complete clean slate.
Yeah,
me too.
The things you do for attractive actors. He was also in the recent remake or retelling of Wolfman. I think that was the one directed by Lee Winnell, I think, if I remember correctly. Is it? Yes, it is. It is, yeah. So that one came out last year. So he's the lead in that. He's the titular Wolfman in that one. So yeah, he's done a lot of horror, Christopher Abbott. So yeah, a lot of interesting films. So yeah, I'm curious to see his take on Charles Xavier. So but yeah, the X-Men movie will be coming out in 2028 on the 5th of May. That's the American release date. So it'll probably be May the 4th for us here in Australia. But yeah, in just under 2 years, we're going to get to see the MCU X-Men. This is huge. Fulya, do you have any thoughts or questions or comments about the X-Men announcement at D23?
Honestly, not really. I'm just keen to see how they look in those particular roles in their costumes and stuff.
Yes.
Just to see if they actually pull it off. It's gonna be. I can definitely see why they've chosen Adam Driver for Mr. Sinister. That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Christopher Abbott, I've not really seen anything that he's been in, but I can maybe see him in the role of Xavier. So depending on which way they lean, you know, in terms of what type of Xavier they're going to go for in terms of a look, that'll be interesting. And yeah, I think, I don't know anybody else. So yeah, look, I'm just keen to see them in their roles, in their costumes, in a trailer that we will hopefully get later on. Obviously not until probably later, maybe Q4 2027.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, I'd say probably a year from now. We'll Comic-Con next year. There might be something
potentially. Yeah, Comic-Con.
Yeah,
that would make sense. Or even maybe they'll do like a teaser at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe even that. Yeah.
So
we'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Yay. Mike, what about you? What do you make of the X-Men announcement at D23?
I'm happy that they're going for a clean slate. and having said that, yeah, I do agree with myself that they are probably going to recast Gambit as well, and probably recast like all of them. So maybe a comic, maybe the comic accurate Wolverine, short little fuzzy guy. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cast young because they are going to be doing this for a couple of years, probably 10. So, and cast them young, and then they can grow into like an elder statesman, and then new mutants come in, and essentially what X-Men 97 is doing. That they're more like outside of the Xavier School, so they could be doing the school era because now that Spider-Man is now grown up and doing his own thing outside of school, we need a new academy. I want to, as I said, I really want to see Degrassi High, but with mutants, that sort of thing. And and I'm happy with Rogue because she is my favorite. And to the people who say, "Oh, how can she play Rogue because we've only seen her in Obsession?" Obviously, they've cast so they can do that. So they're actors; they can do what they can do their due diligence. And I'm sure her southern accent is fine.
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah. We need Beast.
Right.
We need Mystique. We don't even have a Magneto, which I'm actually glad that they're probably going to save Magneto for later on down the track. I think having Mr. Sinister that hasn't been in live action before, and having seen what he has done in the animated series, there's a lot of stories with that as well, because then. Who knows? Probably get a morph as well, and doing those sort of.
Morph would be great.
Yeah.
Morph in live action would be interesting.
Yeah. I think just blank slate, and just having people play morph, but as morph. That would be an interesting acting role to do. And
that would be cool.
Hugh Jackman comes back to be Wolverine, just because, but playing as morph.
Well, it all depends if Morph has seen them, so it would be interesting. Like if Morph is part of the battle world sort of thing, it's like, oh, I'm going to be this person, I'm going to be that person. But I think, having said that, at this time of recording, haven't seen Doomsday or Secret Wars, I think it's just going to be a factory reset for the MCU. I think there's going to be just only a handful of people coming back from the universe that we know. And I think all X-Men, the Fox X-Men, are swan song. That's it. I can't, as I said, I can't wait to see Patrick Stewart die again.
The guy is like Loki at this point. He just keeps dying.
Oh yeah, Loki's going to be recast as well.
Don't say things like that.
Younger, hotter.
Younger.
Don't
hotter.
you want? Younger, hotter, wiser. One with a full head of hair.
Ask me again later. What?
What?
Anyway, let's move on. I would like to move on and talk about the next thing, because this is also really, really cool. We've got an update with Star Wars Starfighter, the upcoming Ryan Gosling Star Wars film directed by Sean Levy. And no, I'm not talking about Ghost Rider. We are talking about Star Wars. This is really cool. I didn't really get a chance to watch a lot of the D23 stuff that made it online, that they allowed out of the room, basically.
Yeah, all of it's online. They basically said, have at it.
Okay, great. Awesome. So I might have to go back and later and watch some stuff, but they actually, as what I could see, it looked like they introduced Ryan Gosling by playing his Mickey Mouse Club, like, footage, like, from back in the 90s, which I just think is, wonderful because like Ryan then went on to say that he owes a lot to Disney, and says, "Had they not looked far and wide and come to my hometown, I would not be here today. And I'm now here 30 years later, and I'm back, and it's changing my life again." So that was really cool. Sean Levy has said that the story of Starfighter is going to be taking place in a period of time that's never been shown in Star Wars thus far. Good. Great. We love to hear that. That's a big tick for me. They also went on to confirm the name of Ryan Gosling's character, and that is Cade Oberon. That's his name. And they said he's apparently a guy from the wrong side of the galaxy whose fate is intertwined with the fastest starfighter ever built. Interesting. Sounds cool. They showed a little bit of, I think they showed a little bit of footage. The description of the footage is there's a young kid opening up a garage with a decommissioned ship. Cade says there's a reason it was decommissioned. And then there's a Star Wars montage of lasers and blasting and action and droids and two people jumping across a chasm for some reason. Yeah, really, really cool. I'm so excited for this movie. Like, this just sounds like a lot of fun. And we're less than a year away. It's coming out May next year. So, which will be 50 years almost to the day that the original Star Wars film debuted in cinemas next year. So, huge. I can't wait. Fulya, are you excited to see Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars?
It seems like Ryan Gosling is stuck in space. He went from Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
Now it's coming to Star Wars. He's just in space infinitely.
Yeah. He's the new Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Just keeps getting stuck in space.
Yeah. No, this is very exciting. I'm a bit more interested in what this story is going to be about, considering it's not something we've seen before. Especially considering how much Star Wars content we have consumed in the past years. And like, we keep thinking to ourselves, like, what else can they bring to our screens? What other stories can they tell for us? Apparently there's more to tell. So it's really cool that they've got something ready to go, and it's going to be different. So I'm looking forward to that. Cade Oberon already sounds very Star Warsy for a character, just, in general. And it'd be really interesting to see this particular character that we get in terms of look and sounding. I want to know if there's going to be a particular kind of voice that Ryan is going to be putting on for this character. So I guess now it's just about waiting for them to start production so that we can get a trailer and be excited about it even more. Yeah, they've also, and they're like, I don't know if they've confirmed them, but just by looking at the IMDb page, there are already cast members listed. Some of them being like Amy Adams, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, and all that sort of stuff. So maybe they just weren't like specifically announced at D23, but potentially these are what the cast members will be getting.
I think they were previously announced. I forgot about Matt Smith.
Okay.
But I feel like I remember seeing something about Mia Goth being in it. So.
Okay. Yeah. They've already got like some people listed, so that's really cool to see. So yeah, no, I'm keen.
Excellent. I love keen. Mike, what about you? Are you keen?
Keen as a bean. Want a trailer.
Yes.
I'm not that swayed. More Star Wars?
That's
it's
fair.
over 50 years of this bullshit. Why don't we just stop? Why don't we just stop?
Stop.
The stuff that we've sort of released and stuff, it looks interesting. Probably a plus, it being set in an era that we haven't seen before in the Star Wars. Past, present, future. Who knows? I'm all. I'm sort of all for it. For that aspect alone, and the sound of the Ryan Gosling character sounds like a good mix between Han Solo and Luke being a smuggler, starfighter guy. You know, wow me, Ryan. Just go ahead, try and do it. You won't. I don't know why I'm sassy today. Maybe because I almost fucked up the recording. Anyway.
No. All right, let's move on to the next thing. And then I think the other thing conjoined with this thing, I'll throw to Fulya on because she's probably got some things to say. But no, there's going to be a Coco 2. This is wonderful news. I was a bit late to Coco. I watched it it's probably like a couple of years since I watched it now, but definitely a few years too late. I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. I definitely need to rewatch it. But rewatching it means pain. It means crying.
Feels,
The feels, because that song is like, it starts playing and I'm just like, and I know I'm done. It's like fucking the Muppets Take Manhattan. There's a song in that movie that always makes me cry when they say that song where they're all saying goodbye to each other. As soon as I hear the opening refrain of that, I'm done. I'm gone. Remember Me is exactly the same. So stop it.
Leaves from the vine.
Don't do that.
No.
That's just as bad. Oh, so many emotions. Anyway, very exciting. Coco 2. This is going to be so lovely and so wonderful. It's coming out in November of 2029. We do have to wait a few years, sadly, but it's coming. It's something to look forward to, which is great. So I'll just quickly go around. Fulya, how excited are you for Coco 2?
I am super excited. I love the first one. It's probably one of my favorite Pixar movies ever. And I honestly cannot wait for this new story we're going to get. And, with, what's the kid's name again? Miguel.
Yeah.
With Miguel, a little bit older. No, that was Mama Coco.
That's a Mama Coco.
We've got Miguel. He's a little bit older, probably a teen now, I would say. And he's still playing his guitar. I love that. And this is going to hopefully give us a new story. Apparently, Ernesto de la Cruz is still the villain. He wants his damn revenge.
It's like he never dies.
Even though he's already dead.
Yeah. You can't kill what's already dead.
So it seems like we're going to get another trip into the beyond, into the underworld, I guess, or I can't remember what they actually called it. But it seems like we're going back there again. So that'll be interesting. And I'm also interested to learn about the soundtrack, because the music in the first one was really amazing. And so I'm hoping that the sequel will be the same. The songs in the first one were great. So I'm really looking forward to some more awesome songs in the second movie. I'm just very keen because I love the first one, and I also need to do a rewatch and have another cry.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. Awesome. I'm so glad you're excited. That's great. What about you, Mike? Are you looking forward to Coco 2?
I'm interested in the story and where they're going to go. It looks like same villain, and a little bit older. And I was having a look. It's like it came out in 2017, and I'm guessing probably it's only a couple of years later from that, because it's not going to be 10 years later. Otherwise,
It probably wouldn't be that far ahead. No.
no. It wouldn't be Miguel being 20 something. He looks too young in the picture that we got.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's a teen probably.
Yeah, but who knows? Probably a year from. So it's kind of like what they're doing with the Invincibles as well. It's usually it follows on and is to be seen for the third one. Oh, space. I'm interested in what they're going to do and where they're going to go with this, because I thought the first one was very cut and dry. It's like, this is a nice story that doesn't need to be expanded, because what else is there? I mean, spoiler alert, Mama Coco is already dead. So, and there is a touching photo of Miguel hugging dead Coco again. So why is he back? What's going on? What's up? I need questions. Questions needs answering. Watch this space.
Watch this space indeed. Speaking of Coco, the next bit of news is a bit gaming related. Because gaming. Coco, well, the character of Miguel, I'm guessing, or is just the world of Coco, is going to be a part of the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 4 game, which is really cool.
It definitely is.
Yes, Fulya, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming, and it's coming late 2027. And apparently, this is one of the first worlds that has been announced as in terms of what world you'll be visiting in Kingdom Hearts 4. If you've played the originals, you know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is essentially a lot of it's a very anime story where it's an RPG essentially. It's a JRPG, and you're a character by the name of Sora who goes to these different Disney worlds. So they've kind of meshed together Disney and their characters and the universe of Disney, like the animated movies, with Final Fantasy characters. So if you've played Final Fantasy games, you might recognize some of these characters that pop up. So if you've played the first 3, I haven't. I've played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, the 1.5 remix, which was kind of like a remaster kind of a thing that they brought to the PlayStation 3 at the time, which I picked up. I played a little bit of it, but I didn't complete it. But then at the time, I think 2.5 remix had also released. And so I bought that as well, but I never touched that because I never finished the first one. But apparently number 3 wasn't all that great. But it does, like, each one does give you new Disney worlds, not to say that they're theme parks or anything like that. You're essentially going into these different Disney worlds. So Coco is the first one to be announced for Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm sure there'll be a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised, and here's me speculating, that potentially there'll be another Frozen one, potentially, maybe a Lilo and Stitch world. I will say, I'm saying this, but with no context or any knowledge of what the worlds were in the last 3, in the first 3. I'm only trying to gauge, like, more recent Disney animated movies potentially that would come into this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Elemental potentially, or what other Disney movies? Oh, maybe Turning Red, could be another one that they might jump into. Who knows? There are many Disney animated or Pixar animated movies that they could create a world with for the game. So yeah, but at the moment, all we know, first one is Coco.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Mike, you have any thoughts on Kingdom Hearts and Coco joining the world?
Never played it. I don't know. But because Disney now owns everything, I want to see Ice Age, the Ice Age stage, and Rico.
Ice Age would be fun.
Yeah. They don't really do live action, do they? No.
No.
I don't know. Alien, Predator. Go ahead. You won't do it.
No,
Test
that'd be
me.
fun.
Come on. I'll buy a ticket. No, it's a game. I'll buy it off on launch. I'll even buy it digitally.
Day one.
I even buy it digitally, which I don't like because it's stupid. Yeah, I haven't got much. Sorry.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, though, the other really exciting bit of news around that franchise is that there is going to be an animated series on Disney Plus. Yeah. So that's super cool. I don't think we know too much about it at this stage, but yeah, I'm really curious. I'm curious, and I would love to see a trailer for this to see what it looks like and what kind of story they're going to tell. I mean, I imagine like a bit of what Fulya talked about. Did you say Sora was the name of the character?
Yes,
the main character.
Sora.
So yep. Sora will probably be at the forefront of the story, and it's going to be it'll be. I'm wondering what it'll be like if it's they're integrating all these characters from Pixar and other Disney things and stuff, and what they're all going to look like. If are they all going to like keep them in the same animation style to make it a cohesive thing, or are they going to do like in the game where it's like everyone's kind of keeping their own unique looks? So
I think it is.
I don't think it will, considering that they're going anime.
They are
going anime, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be more of an anime sort of a art style.
An anime vibe. Yeah.
Are we talking 2D? I thought it was going to be 3D.
I think it's 3D. I think they said it's going to be an anime series, anime art style. At least that's what
it is.
The
anime
vibe
adaptation.
Is. Anime adaptation. There you go.
Oh.
Yes. The only thing I will mention though is that it's apparently going to be a new story based around the Kingdom Hearts theme. So potentially, maybe the lead character won't even be Sora.
Oh, well, there you go.
Possibly, yeah.
There you go.
Could be a prequel.
Could be a prequel.
It's a reimagining, I think.
Okay, reimagining. We like those.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to this, Fulya?
I am actually. Even though I mentioned before, I haven't really like played through all of the games. Finding out that there's going to be an anime series for this particular franchise, and the fact that the creative team at Square Enix is actually going to be kind of part of it in the development of this series, it does actually have me very curious, and it wants me to go back and play the games. I am that much more curious about the lore of Kingdom Hearts and why it's become such a cult classic in terms of gaming and RPG in general. So, and the fact that I'm also sort of getting more into the Final Fantasy games, I'm learning more about those characters, and there's going to be some of those characters are in the Kingdom Hearts games. So, and the fact that I also love Disney because I love the Disney animated movies and stuff. So, I am that much more curious and keen in watching Kingdom Hearts the series, and the fact that anime is awesome. I love it when they try to do something different. Disney with Disney and Disney characters and whatever, and they just bring it to anime form. It's definitely like just the art style in itself just makes it look more refreshing, and interesting. So yeah, I am looking forward to it.
Nice. What about you, Mike? Any thoughts on a Kingdom Hearts show?
No.
No, that's okay.
It's beyond my capability to think of an original thought without saying,
I mean,
Totally fine.
would you be keen to play the games after watching this? Like, because even though you've never played them before and you really don't have much of an interest, this is an anime that you could potentially enjoy.
Yeah. And no doubt my kids will probably get into it and
Yeah.
say, hey, I want more of this. And say, okay, I'll see it for myself. And who knows? It'll probably be... I doubt it's going to be like a One Piece thing. It's like, I'm so into this shit.
Probably not that much, no.
But good for people who enjoy it. Enjoy what you want to enjoy, as long as it's legal.
Exactly right. Okay. Next thing.
The next thing is a real tangle.
Yep, Tangled, the live action movie. Oh no. Is she okay?
Yeah, just
Sorry.
You okay?
All right. Can you guys talk?
No.
I'll be back.
That's right. Yes. So, moving right along. Tangled, the live action movie, is in the works and has a release date of the 31st of March of 2028. Which means, we're going to be waiting a little while. However, we have seen footage, as in like photos and stuff on social media, where they have already been in production. This movie is in the process of being filmed, and there have been shots of the lead characters, the lead actors, while on set. But for D23, they've shown us a little bit more of the movie, including the fact that Catherine Hahn is playing the villainous Mother Gothel in the movie, and they've shown us a bit. There's like a first look of her in the role of Mother Gothel, and she pulls it off.
Oh,
She
yeah.
really does. She does look like Mother Gothel.
She plays a good witch.
She does. Go figure. We love that. So I'm glad to see that Catherine Hahn is getting some more roles, which is really cool. I like that she's getting more of the sort of the evil roles. Even though Agatha was more of a anti kind of a hero-ish. I don't know.
For herself.
You can't say she wasn't really an antagonist, but she wasn't really a protagonist. Like, it's just kind of in between. So that was cool. And now we're getting her full villain, Mother Gothel. So that's awesome. And we got first look footage of the movie, and they're filming on location all across Spain. How cool is that? They're using locations in Spain, which I believe would look really awesome in terms of the architecture and all the sort of narrow streets with those tall buildings and all that sort of stuff. Like, it has a lot of history, so it would definitely look really cool as a live action version of the world of Tangled. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. What are your thoughts on Tangled the live action?
Because Tangled came out when I was like coming off my sort of Disney sort of renaissance, as it were, I have no real connection to it except for watching it as an adult, really. And I think it will do pretty well. I mean, the draw is probably Catherine Hahn, of course, because doing bad guys is always fun, and I'm sort of getting tired of the bad guy in these movies is trauma, is generational trauma.
Yeah.
Going off, what we were talking about with Coco and probably Enchanto is probably the biggest one as well, like the bat.
Encanto, yeah.
Encanto and Turning Red as well. But yeah, it's always fun to have good guy, bad guy. It's like, but we need to know the meaning of the bad guy. It's like, nah, not really. Let's just have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Tegan Goth as Rapunzel. She's an Australian, so Aussies represent.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more Australians in the Disney world or the Marvel world,
but not as Australians. Next step, and Milo
Milo Manheim.
Milo Manheim. I like that. Yeah, that's a very Marvel character name. the double-barreled syllables. Yes, and yeah, it looks really, really good. Hopefully they'll follow more, because I kind of like the Cinderella one more than out of all the live action sort of stuff. I still haven't seen Stitch, and Moana's still out in cinemas, and I still haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen the live action Moana yet either, but I think I'm gonna wait until it comes to Disney Plus to watch that one.
Yeah, as will I, because I have it. So
yeah,
it's looking promising as a live action version of Disney. But I won't.
I agree.
I won't go see it in the cinemas because I'm not going to give this beast any money or anything like that.
That's totally fair.
Stop doing it. Do something original.
But who knows? Maybe this live action Tangled will actually do well. Maybe.
We hope not. But
hope so. I'm honestly, for me, I just hope they don't do like a scene for scene kind of a reinterpretation. Like give it a bit of flavor. Do something a little bit different, But we'll see. I guess if they're trying to keep it catered to like the kids and how they remember an animated movie, then maybe they'll probably keep it mostly the same.
Yeah, I think the big difference is because, like in Cinderella, I don't think there's going to be animal sidekicks like too much. I think they're going to have the horse, but I don't think it's going to be like full on.
They can't not have the horse. There better be a lizard or like a chameleon. That chameleon better be there.
Nah, it's just gonna be one shot. It's like the mice in Cinderella. It's like, oh yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
There you go. Do something else. And they sort of did things a little bit different. I mean, I don't know. Fall into the naivety as Rapunzel was back then. Hey, Kendall.
Hello, I've risen. Sorry everyone. I'm getting over a cough, and I was fine until I got home, and for some reason, not fine anymore. So I may just burst into a coughing fit at some point, and we're just gonna have to work around it.
That's right.
Thank you guys for carrying on in my stead.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't have much to say about the Tangled live action. Then you probably already said. I agree with Mike's sentiments on stop doing it. But the annoying thing for me about this movie is that it has Catherine Hahn playing Mother Gothel, and I'm like, that's. I have to see it on Disney Plus at the very least. I don't need to give them any. I won't give them any extra money by going to the cinema. But when it goes on Disney Plus, I'm like, well, I'm already subscribed, so I'll just watch it. Just for Mother Hahn.
Mother Gothel.
Mother Gothel, Mother Hahn. Yes, very exciting. Yeah, that's coming out 31st of March 2028. So
Yep.
And speaking of live action, I'm sure Fully is very excited about this. I still haven't seen the live action version of this in its first form, but we are now getting a second one, Lilo and Stitch, number 2 in live action. It's going to be out in May 2028, and they are bringing in Angel, which is
From
awesome.
Buffy?
I wish. No. Yeah, I mean, look, by all accounts, the first film, the first live action was a success, so I'm not entirely surprised that this is happening. The reviews seem to be a bit mixed. I still haven't watched it. I still haven't watched the original. I will do all of those things at some point, but for now, we have this to look forward to. Fully, are you excited about a second live action Lilo and Stitch?
I mean, I do have a lot of Stitch paraphernalia behind me.
You have a lot of stitches.
I've got a lot of stitches, yes. But I will say I liked the first live action film. I did mention here on the podcast that I had some mixed feelings about certain characters and how they portrayed them in the movie. So I don't know if they're going to continue with that in this one, and the fact that they didn't have one other particular character, that completely just scrapped him in the first one, didn't bring him in at all. So we're definitely not going to get it in Lilo and Stitch 2. However, Angel is going to be essentially, for those of you who don't know, Stitch's girlfriend.
Aren't they cousins?
Well, they're aliens. They're alien. I don't know how that works in the Alien.
Aliens can be incestuous too. It's fine.
Whatever.
What are they teaching our kids? Anyway.
But yeah, the fact that this particular experiment is pink and is called Angel, it means it is female. A lot of the experiments were not female. Most of them, well, I guess they didn't really have much of a gender, to be honest, because they're aliens. But they, like, from what you could see, and especially from watching the animated series when that came out after the movies, a lot of those experiments had more of a sort of a male persona, I guess, if we're going to put a gender to it.
Presented masculine.
Yeah, pretty much. And Angel is essentially practically the only female presented character experiment
We got a
out of the whole
Smurfette
franchise.
situation, don't we?
Yeah, essentially. I'm not really a huge fan of Angel, just mostly because she's pink. Not a fan of pink. I don't know why they had to make it pink.
I mean, look at your
It
background.
could have been purple. It would have been fine, but
no
why pink?
Pink anyway.
Anyway, yeah, I'm still gonna see it because I'm big fan of Lilo and Stitch. Love Stitch. Still gonna see it anyway. But yeah, we'll see. I need to see a trailer first, actually. Like, I'm not going to be convinced until I see a trailer to see what Angel looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Mike, I'm guessing you have like no interest in watching this. But what are your thoughts?
I haven't seen the first one, and I did like Lilo and Stitch because kids found it and they enjoyed it, and they watched a couple of episodes, and including the other movies as well. So I'm aware of the cousins and the different experiments, and yeah, cool, I guess, is to be seen. Not too much to add.
Yeah, totally fine. Next thing, the one of the things that was announced was actually an original film.
What?
Original content. I know. Can you believe Disney is still capable of such things? They announced a new movie called Clay, animated film. And it was introduced with the phrase, "What if the next Disney mentor stunk?" And he does. His name is Flip, and he's chosen to be his village's next great mentor. His student is a literal ball of clay, born that very moment, named Mushi, Japanese for insect. Mushi is a being of chaos, and Flip has to keep him alive. And Kieran Culkin is the voice of Flip. So that's pretty fun.
Nice.
This is coming out in November 2028, so a couple of years away. But it looks really cool. Like the colors in this look really, really nice. The animation looks really cool. So I feel like they're probably a bit early on in the animating stage here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a trailer and learning more about this. This sounds really interesting. What do you think, Fulya?
I'm curious. I did not this is probably one of the announcements that kind of flew by me, to be honest. I didn't notice this one pop up at all. I like the idea that this is the thing, Disney. This is what we like. We like to see new things, new stories, new styles. Give us that. I want to see more of this. This sounds like fun. The fact that it's like, I wasn't even expecting it to be a whole thing about being mentor. Like it's a mentor that's made of clay and its name's Flip. Sorry, is the clay's name Flip or is its name's Mushi?
So Mushi,
born of
Mushi
clay
is
that
the
very moment.
Yeah.
Mushi.
Mushi is the clay and Flip is the mentor.
Yeah.
Mentor, right? Okay.
Sort of Raymond looking.
Yes. I see. Okay, so a clay piece of clay. It's named Mushi.
It looks like cut the rope little.
Yes,
green
I
guy.
was about to. I'm like, this looks like a particular character I've seen before, just in a different color.
Yeah.
I like the idea that we've got Kieran Culkin playing a character in an animated movie, so this will be fun to hear his voice again. And Mushi, I feel like, is gonna be very chaotic and just, kind of like a kid who had too much sugar. He's just bouncing off walls, kind of a situation.
Wow, look at this flu.
And especially considering that they won't be confined in a room, they're going to be outside in the open world, and it's going to be very hard to track. So this should be fun. I kind of like how colorful it looks, and the animation style looks very different to what Disney usually does. So we'll see. I think now it's more or less please provide us with a trailer so we can be convinced.
Yes, pretty much. Mike, does this sound appealing to you at all?
A little bit. I mean, I do rag on it that it does look like the cut rope guy and also Raymond from Raymond.
Yeah.
But the style is interesting. It definitely does. I'm not sure it is concept art or not, because I don't think they're going to do 2D. It could be 3D, but with 2D sort of element matched in.
Kind of looks hand painted in a way.
Yeah. Like the what do you call it? The hybrid of 2D and 3D. Like the 3D rigs, but with 2D skin.
2.5D.
2.5D. There you go. She said it. I didn't. Yeah. New concept. Cool. Yeah. I'll need a trailer to finalize my yay or nays, but it's cool to have Coughlin because he's fun and never really heard him just voice only, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely will be interesting for sure. What else do we have here?
Me.
This was really cool. I still haven't seen number 2, but we have confirmation now of Zootopia 3.
They're like banging it out now, aren't they?
They are just cranking out the sequels. They're all happening. Yeah, to the point where I actually thought, wait, wasn't this already announced? No, it was literally announced. It was literally announced yesterday. Apparently they're going to be introducing birds to Zootopia with this one. So that's kind of cool. And no doubt Shakira will return to do something Shakira-like in this one. Yes. I feel like she just lives on Zootopia and FIFA now. That's like her. That's where she gets all of her income from, which is great. Great for her. Yeah. I need to watch Zootopia 2. I liked Zootopia 1. I thought it was
Zootopia 2's actually really good.
Really good. Nice. Yeah. No, I really liked it. So I'd like to check it out. And yeah, now that there's a third one, very exciting. Fulya, thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the second film. The second film is more or less about friendship and trust. And not only that, but also like something to do with the reptiles and their species. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil it for you. But obviously Ke Huy Quan was one of the snakes in that particular movie, and he played it very well. It was really cool. So I'm guessing maybe they're going to bring him back for this one, potentially. And the fact that they're also going to go into the birds would be interesting to see whether or not it's going to be a similar sort of situation whether or not the birds are going to be I don't know. I can't say it without spoiling the second one.
Well, don't.
Okay, I won't. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the birds side of thing in terms of the story. But I guess they want to, considering that the second movie only just came out last year, they probably just want to, keep it going. They know it's working. It's a franchise that's giving them the money they want. So why not capitalize on that? So that I guess that's the reason why. I just hope that by the sounds of things, from what we've seen in the first two movies, the stories are actually quite fun and heartfelt too. Like there's a lot of like underlying messages in those films. And I kind of like what they're doing with that in a more family friendly way. And there are some points where it does get a bit dark, because in the first one, it got quite dark towards the end. And then the second one also had some dark moments. So but they're doing it in a way that it's kind of not too scary, but it'll be understandable by the younger generation. So I'm hoping they continue that kind of trend with telling their stories with an underlying message of whatever it is. So I'm curious to know what this third one's going to be about. But the fact that they're already announcing that there's going to be another one coming, when did they announce when? Like in terms of a year, have they said when it'll be coming?
I can have a look, but I don't know if we got confirmation per se. Let's see. Oh,
no, that's
Zootopia
okay.
Confirmed. Yeah, no, they didn't say when. They just said it's on the way. So
yeah, on the way, because the second one only just came out last year, so probably another. I'd probably say maybe 2028. I would say potentially, maybe even further than that. Who knows? But yeah, just now I'm curious to know what this story is going to be about. Yeah,
for sure. Awesome. Mike, do you have any thoughts on Zootopia 3?
I'm the same. Haven't seen the second one. it's there on Disney Plus. I should be watching it, and it's birds. So what's next? Fourth one, fish.
Finding Nemo crossover.
Sea life.
Ooh, yes. So does that mean it's going to be a lot of up in the air sort of stuff? Yeah.
Up in the
Avery's,
air.
a lot of nests. Interesting.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, the next thing, Oswald, animated series, miniseries, 3-part miniseries coming out in Disney Plus in February. Oswald was actually a character that Walt Disney created before he created Mickey Mouse. And he lost the rights to Oswald, according to Jon Favreau, who was talking about the character at D23. And then he ended up making Mickey. And then Disney eventually got the rights back. So now they're doing a mini-series, and it's going to be hand-drawn 2D animation. And they actually brought a lot of old school 2D animators that used to work for Disney, brought them back to work on this. And the story
them after.
yeah. The story is set in many historic locations that Disney fans will know. So that's cool. We'll get to see that in February, and they showed some concept art and stuff in the room at D23, and this is kind of exciting. Like I'm sure Fulya will probably say, I want a trailer to see what this is going to look like in action. Do you agree, Fulya? What do you think?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago when I was over in California, I was in San Francisco first before I went down to Los Angeles. I went to the Walt Disney Museum that's in San Francisco, and it was really cool to see. I think there was a lot of history and a lot of hand-drawn artwork of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which was really fascinating because they sort of went through how it was all drawn out. It was it was like hand drawn, frame by frame, and the fact that Oswald was one of those particular characters back in the day before Mickey Mouse was even a thing, which was very fascinating for me. I didn't realize this, but Oswald's actually a really cool character. I hope they're gonna stick with the same style as it was, because we don't really get anything like this anymore. And I'm just wondering whether they're gonna stick with it being black and white. I would love it to be just, hand-drawn black and white 2D animation. And the fact that it's only going to be a 3-part miniseries. So it's not gonna be a very long watch, very easy consumable on Disney Plus. Because I love the look of Oswald. He's a cute looking little character. But yeah, not long before we can actually see it, to be honest. It says they're going to bring it out in February, so not too long to wait. So
not too long to wait.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mike, any thoughts on this? Does this appeal to you in any way?
I think so. A little bit of history and also a bit of learning from the ground up. Like, I knew Oswald when he was in was it Epic Mickey 2, that game. Where they finally got the rights back. And it's like, I was you before you. And it would be interesting because they are going, having a look at the pictures, they are doing like the original cuts. It would be interesting if they planned what would happen. What would have happened if Oswald was still part of Disney, and how Mickey, Donald, and Goofy all sort of changed their sort of art style throughout the century, and what would Oswald look like today? Apparently, blue pants. He has blue shorts. There you go. Because essentially Mickey hasn't really changed that much, especially his color scheme. He's still a black mouse. and so is a black rabbit. So, in an alternative universe, who knows? Okay, yeah, I'll have a look at this. Coming out February, my birth month. There you
Your birth month.
Me birth month.
It's
all for me.
Indeed it is. All right, one last thing to quickly touch on in the news, and then it's to Trailer Park. I don't know if I knew this was happening, but there is a Bluey movie happening at Disney. This is huge. This is very cool. It's coming out in August next year. They showed a little teaser trailer for this one. It's not really showing much of the story or much of anything, but it's still really cute and it's still very Bluey, except for they're now 3D animated.
That's weird.
Yes, you get to see Bluey and Bingo chasing a balloon in this little teaser, and they are 3D rendered now. Yeah, so that's very trippy to see. After so many years of watching a 2D Bluey, now we're getting a different take, and it still looks really, really cool. And I'm curious to see what the movie's going to be about, what it's going to be like, and I'm sure it's going to be huge. I'm sure it's going to do $1 billion. Bluey is so big; it's the biggest thing to come out of Australia since Crocodile Dundee. I don't know if that's an appropriate analogy, maybe. I don't know. It's massive. Bluey is huge in America. It's crazy. And Disney obviously likes it, so they're doing something with it. I don't have much else to say other than I hope it's good, and I hope it does well for the franchise. I'm sure it will. Fulya, do you have any thoughts on a Bluey movie? Have you watched any of the animated show? I know it is strictly for not strictly. That's the poor choice of words. I know it's aimed at kids and families and stuff, but there is a lot to get out of it if you're just watching, even as an adult. So have you dabbled in Bluey yet?
I haven't. I have not seen a single episode of Bluey. I guess it just, I don't know. I think it's I know that it's huge. I know it's big. And I know a lot of parents love Bluey, especially for their kids. And they also just love it for themselves too. I've spoken to a lot of people who are parents that really enjoy watching Bluey with their kids, and the messaging that comes out of a lot of those episodes. And it's kind of edutainment, essentially. And I really like that. And it's definitely one of those kind of things of, we need more of this type of storytelling in the children's education side of things, when it comes to children's entertainment, I should say. I guess the main reason why I haven't watched an episode of Bluey is just because I'm not a parent myself. But I haven't really been that interested in watching it. So not that I'm saying it's bad or anything. It's just I've had no reason to go out of my way to watch it.
Well,
this is your in.
Is this my in? I don't know. I kind of like the 2D versions, though. This 3D rendering kind of freaks me out a little.
It'll do that. It'll do that. Mike, what about you then? You are a father of children.
2 of them, yeah.
Was Bluey... Jeez. Was Bluey a factor in your household, and are you looking forward to this movie?
A factor in our house? Very much. It was right in the sweet spot when they were growing up. And yeah, I really enjoy Bluey because it is a teachable moment for adults as well, that you can help the kids' development by playing as well. So you play the games and they have fun, and then you work out, it's like, I'm very tired at the end of the day because I've been playing a lot. And I would recommend it for people who aren't with kids, and because it is a solid TV show. Each episode only goes for like 7 minutes or so it's very contained in what message it portrays in that particular episode. There's only a couple that sort of fall flat, but you can't have perfect things all the time. But it's close to something, and it is very Australian. It is very Queensland.
That's what I hear. Yeah,
yeah, it is. It's like they do a lot of Australianisms in this, so I wouldn't be surprised if this movie is stacked to the gills with Australian talent because the original has as well. Like all these different sort of artists like come in and do their thing. Like Hamish Blake is doing a voice, and even Mick Malloy has done a voice in that, and Rove McManus. Yeah, it is a very it is of its of the time as it were, and yeah, and it is unfortunate that it's sort of not Australian in its distributing, because unfortunately we don't really put enough money into our arts that this TV show had to get funding from the BBC studios, as well as being distributed like almost exclusively by Disney Plus, and because that's where most people around the world actually see it. It's either on CBBS in the UK or Disney Plus in America and other countries, but it is free to watch on iView in Australia because that's the deal. So, and I'm not surprised that they did, because it's a big pool for Disney Plus as well, because everyone has seen it in America watching this, and it is very Australian, and just like Peppa Pig, a lot of American kids were starting to have Australian accents because they've been watching it constantly. So I'm really excited for this. I don't mind the change of animation. It's still done by the same animated studio, and it's a movie. You can let's make it as beautiful as we can. And there is a lot of if you've been to Brisbane, there are a lot of land. What do you call them? A lot of nods and winks to Brisbane. There are like the botanical
Easter eggs.
Yeah. Land masses. Land.
Oh.
Iconography sort of thing.
Oh, like the big banana and stuff.
Oh, yeah, but it's sort of like buildings and that. It's like, that's clearly Brisbane.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so there is that. And, yeah, I can't wait, because it's coming out next year, and it will probably be the last year for my kids to actually watch Bluey as because unfortunately they're growing up, and my eldest is 9, so she'll be 10 when this comes out. So it's just on the cusp. It's like, you remember Bluey? Yeah, I like Bluey. She's sort of on the cusp of not liking like the stuff that she grew up with. Like she's sort of gone off like My Little Pony as well. So it's sort of like that sort of, I need something a bit more mature for me. So hopefully I can squeeze in. It's like getting a Bluey movie into this. So yeah, I can't wait. 6th of August.
Awesome.
Of next year.
Yes. Okay. That's the nerdy news. Epic D23 size nerdy news.
Yeah, let's go home.
Now let's call it a night. No, we've still got Trailer Park to do, which I think it's time to roll on up. What do you think? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers.
Yes. It's a D23 trailer park, and Avengers Doomsday, of course, is our first trailer. It was they were calling it sort of a special look trailer, considering we got a trailer only a couple of weeks ago at San Diego Comic-Con. But this was cool. This felt a bit more, simplified. Like it's not your first look at all the characters doing their thing. Like it has a little bit of that, but it shows you a bit more dialogue, a bit more scenes, like extended, a lot more Victor Von Doom focus here, which I like. I can't believe that's Robert Downey Jr.'s voice doing that accent. That is crazy, and you can see him in his eyes. And I can't wait until December 17 when I get to sit in a cinema and watch as somebody reacts to seeing whoever it is, if it's Steve Rogers or I don't know. I mean, Peter Parker's not in this movie. Well, not in this movie. I just need I need a reaction of him without the Doom without the helmet. If we get it in this movie, and someone's like, "Oh my god, he looks like
I think
Tony Stark."
Maybe it might be Thor, especially considering that battle that we see in the trailer.
I mean, it could be, but then like they also like in the trailer that we got a couple weeks ago, they also had that scene of like Thor having a moment where he goes, "It can't be, it's impossible," and he's looking at Steve. So I feel like they probably wouldn't double up with that, unless there's a different way they do it. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the Fantastic Four context here. Like, we know from the post-credit scene in Thunderbolts that they come into our universe somehow. And clearly they've had some dealings with Doom. And maybe that's why they've been brought across, or maybe, incursions are about to happen or are happening. You hear Sue Storm talk about Victor and, saying he never used to be like this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, what did they go through? What do we get to see? Like, is the opening shot, like, of this movie, the Fantastic Four encountering Doom, like after again the post-credit scene of Fantastic Four showed Doom showing up to take the child away. So are we following directly immediately off from that, or like how is it all playing out? Like there's and then we get a scene of Pedro Pascal being like, what, did you do this? Why did you do this? Or whatever he's saying. Like he's getting so emotional and angry at him and stuff, and it's just I need to know more. Like it's really juicy. I'm like eating it up. Like it's really nice. Yeah. No, I like this. I like this more. This is like, I'm like, okay, I'm getting a bit more into the idea of this movie now with this trailer. What did you think, Fulya? How are you feeling about Doomsday after watching this?
Oh man, it's gonna be so. It's gonna be really good, I hope. But at the same time, it's also gonna be really gut-wrenching.
Yeah,
because of how much drama there's gonna be, how much action there's gonna be. Someone's dying.
Probably.
And by the end of this, either by the end of it or in the middle of it, someone's dying. That we all love, really love.
Loki again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We get the exact same shot of Tom Hiddleston as Loki in this trailer from the last one. It's like, well, he's in this movie for 5 minutes. That's all I'm getting.
Sure.
Like he was in the last one.
Yeah, shut up.
Before he got his neck snapped.
Yeah, okay.
I'm also looking forward to seeing how everybody interacts with each other. All these different characters, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Ant-Man's in there. We've got our some of our original Avengers, and then we've also got the new Avengers, and they're all coming together in a way that is going to be epic. But I don't know if it's going to be as epic as what Endgame was or Infinity War.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's definitely a setup for what is to come. And what will be with a lot of these characters, whether or not we're going to see them again. I don't know. Like, Victor Von Doom gave me chills. I was trying to see, because you can see his eyes come through
that's what I mean.
the mask.
You can see RDJ's eyes, and you can see the pain in them.
Yeah, and
It's probably the green contacts.
And I'm trying to listen to his voice, and the voice does not sound anything like a Tony Stark. And I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, maybe this isn't technically a Tony Stark from a different reality. Maybe this is Victor Von Doom, but for whatever reason, he just is going to look like Tony Stark, potentially. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Twin of Tony Stark or a doppelganger or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that is what it is. But I want to be very excited, but I also want to keep my expectations in check just a little bit, because I don't know how well this is going to go. So let's just say I will be watching it, but I'm keeping my expectations in check, essentially. I don't want to get too excited.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, you're probably playing it smart. I'm now a little bit more excited though. I can't. I was team lower expectations, but now I'm like, oh, they're hooking me in. They're hooking me
my
in.
expectations have definitely risen a little bit. Like, my excitement has definitely risen, but these have all essentially been like teaser trailers. So I don't know what the full trailer's going to be. What to expect from a full trailer, you know? But anyway.
Yes. Well, we will find out in a few months. Mike, what did you make of this special look at Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah, I only half watched it. I mean, I watched it, but I only half watched it, if you know what I mean. I wasn't really paying that much attention because I don't need it, because I'm there. I'm definitely going to be watching this just to keep I'm keeping my expectations low as well. I think because they've sort of established that because they have the same face doesn't mean they're the same person. I think we've done that with Johnny Storm and Cap already with the Deadpool and Wolverine thing, because they're made as a joke. But I think that's the reality, that they have the same face and not necessarily the same person. And I think they're probably going to do the same thing, maybe again. I mean, it would be cool. like the joke with maybe they get all the Johnny Storms, you know, with the Cap, with the Chris and the Michael B. Jordan as the same character, but they're all flame on, it's intense. I like it. I think this movie is to build the hype for Secret Wars, because I don't think the momentum is quite there yet, because the multiverse saga is a bit of a hodgepodge at the moment, unfortunately, because different directions had to be taken place. They still need to explain what happened to Kang, or was Kang like the mini boss to the big boss? People have been speculating that the reason why they put Kang in X-Men 97 is because it was still handover from the original idea of having Kang as the sort of being that sort of transcends into other realities, including the X-Men animated versions. Just like the Watcher is always watching. I'm all for it. as well. Hasn't really poo-pooed my enjoyment. And yeah, I think RDJ is going to do a brilliant job, as he always does, because he's a phenomenal actor, as in his own right. So when is this
Indeed.
coming out, Kendall? That we all know.
Yes.
December.
Well, December, yes. In Australia, Avengers Doomsday will be in cinemas on the 17th. I keep meaning to say 17th, not the 18th, 17th
No.
of December. We get it a day early.
Yeah.
Which is just wonderful. Our next Doomsday. Our next trailer is probably the most intriguing of the bunch. Finally, at long last, Vision Quest. We finally have a trailer.
It's real.
It's real. It's happening. It's a show that exists. It's a show that Marvel and Disney give a fuck about. It is the completion of the WandaVision trilogy. Very exciting stuff. I'm so in. I'm so fascinated. I'm so curious. This is great. Fucking James Spader is back as Ultron.
Yeah.
In the weirdest way that I did not expect. Like the fact that we're getting to see him in a human form, and it's just James Spader with a wild ass beard. Sure. But then there's also a few glimpses of Ultron, like the Ultron in action as well. Vision's here as Paul Bettany, as regular Vision, and as White Vision. So that's fun. And yeah, this kind of just, I don't know. It looks definitely closer to WandaVision than Agatha All Along. But we get to see some glimpses of the other Maximoff twin that we didn't meet in Agatha. So we're gonna get to see. I think it's Tommy. Yeah, it's Tommy Maximoff. In this one. And so that's going to be really interesting to see. So I wonder if Billy will make a cameo at some point. Maybe
at the end.
Him and Agatha will show up on their adventures.
But only Billy can see him. They see her.
But only Billy can see, exactly. Yeah. No, there's a lot going on in this trailer, but like it all looks really, really good and really interesting, visually stunning. And yeah, I'm just so curious as to the story. So I imagine we'll get another trailer between now and October. But I'm so excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. What did you make of this, Fulya?
This is actually looking very good. I'm keen. I am looking forward to watching this. It was interesting to see Ultron in this, especially in human form. And he seems like he's not going to, cause chaos and destruction. But that's yet to be seen. But yeah, it's pretty much this miniseries is essentially following Vision, where he's trying to regain his memory from what happened. And from what we can see in the trailer, he's trying to remember he remembers the fact that the life he lived with Wanda in WandaVision was fake, according to him. However, later on, he finds out, according to Ultron, he still has the son. We got to save him. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all kind of works out and how that story is told. What's going to happen once Vision remembers everything, and what's going to happen in the last episode, the penultimate episode going into the last episode, in terms of how that's all going to fit into the MCU in general. And then potentially maybe maybe Wanda ends up coming up, like she might make an appearance towards the end. Who knows? But yeah, this is looking very cool, and I look forward to it. I think it's going to be, 8 episodes ish, something like that. So yeah, I'm in. I am in.
Wonderful. That's great to hear. Mike, what about you? What's your take on Vision Quest? Does this look appealing to you?
I think it does. After hearing like the rumblings of like, oh, it's going to be like Vision trying to work out his memories and where he is at this present time, and also all these other AIs. Like we've got Jarvis, we got Friday, and we got the other machines that Tony used to have. Like, was it Idiot and you? I think that's them. They don't really have a voice, so I'm expecting them to be like a silent character. And you got Ultron as well, which is always in the back of the mind. And there's always the speculation that Ultron is around somewhere, but he's trapped within Vision. And I like the fact that it's all in the mind. And it's the Mind Palace, it's the Mind Castle, and you can do whatever you like, including having the human versions of these AIs. I was always quite interested in how they're going to portray that in real life, and it does, in a weird way, it does remind me of an Umbrella Academy for some reason. But I kind of like the fact that it's just Paul Bettany and Spader just being them, and I like the fact that he chose the avatar. Ultron chose the avatar as like Sigmund Freud and that sort of thing, because it's always the father son sort of thing. So I kind of like that dynamic, and having having Tommy part of it, also being part of the trilogy of the WandaVision and Agatha all along trilogy, and maybe we get Billy, and then they all lead. It all leads towards something. Don't know what, but I'm excited to watch it, which will be
Yes, very soon. Just under 2 months, we get to see Vision Quest. The 14th of October, it will begin.
Nice.
To stream on Disney Plus. Wonderful. One last trailer. This was more of a teaser for something we've also been waiting a while for. And that's also very exciting. Ahsoka is coming back. Season 2, baby. Let's go.
Ahsoka. I hardly know her.
Yeah, oh you. Yes. Good. This looks great. This looks like it's more of the great stuff that we got from the first season. More Anakin Skywalker in flashback and in Ghost Jedi form.
Sparkly Jedi form.
Yes, which is very cool. I kind of really liked the bits of dialogue we got between Anakin and Ahsoka in this trailer about the whole her struggle with being a Jedi and stuff, and that was really, really interesting. And then there's obviously Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, that voice! Holy crap!
Yes,
every time.
Those Mickelson boys, they have a way. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing Lars Mikkelsen again as Thrawn, and now he's back in the galaxy far, far away that we know. And he's just wanting to start shit with the rebels, as he's wont to do. So that's going to make for a lot of fun. We get to see a little bit of Ezra Bridger in the trailer too, which was awesome to see him amongst the action as well. Yeah, and then we even get a brief glimpse of Baylan Skoll, returned in this, and the name of the new actor is escaping my tired brain. But yes,
Rory McCann.
Rory McCann, thank you so much, Fulya. Yes, Rory McCann took over from Ray Livingston after his passing. We've talked about that a lot on the show here, the tragedy of that. But you wouldn't, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know, based just on that the glimpses here of Balin, like, looks the same. So I'm really excited to see what Rory brings to the role, and I'm sure, like, it wasn't an easy task living up to Ray Livingston's performance, but like, it's just gonna be it's gonna be great to see. I can't wait. Like that. I mean, we all talked about that storyline from season 1 being one of the more interesting. So I'm excited to see where that heads. But yeah, it looks really good. A lot of really cool action scenes, and the drama is going to be intense. And yay for more Rosario Dawson. This is awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Are you excited, Fulya? What did you think?
Yeah, look, it's looking really good. I like the little reunion moment that we got with Ezra and Zeb. So we're getting Zeb.
Yeah, Zeb.
Yay, yay. I hope he's a little bit more fleshed out than he was in the Mandalorian movie, to be honest. Better
You and me both.
personality, yeah. I hope it's like he was in the Rebels. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. We've been waiting 4 years for this season 2. It's been a long time coming. And we're gonna learn a little bit more about Ahsoka and whether or not she wants to be a Jedi or not, you know, especially considering the fact that she's still, you know, communicating with her past former Jedi master. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see some of those flashbacks of Ahsoka as young Ahsoka again, and then seeing what actually kind of happened while, like, between her, especially since Rebels to where she's now, kind of a thing. So I'm excited. I'm glad we're finally getting season 2 now. We don't have to wait too much longer, hopefully. And I'm ready. I am absolutely ready. Need more Star Wars in my life.
Yes. More Star Wars. Yes. Mike, what did you think of this teaser?
It was very teasy. I liked it. Because I'm still banking on, hopefully we're gonna go Ewan McGregor doing a cameo of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then you can have the Obi-Wan, and you can have the Anakin, and you can have a little Ahsoka, and then we finally have them in live action. That's all I ask, and
I agree.
hopefully that they will give it to us. Yeah, I want to see where this goes. I think this is going to be the last one, so we're probably going to see what happens with Thrawn, and hopefully this will lead to the rumblings of the First Order coming back, and maybe it's because of Thrawn saying, "Hey, we're still here. You can't get rid of us," and then shit happens. Yep, the Rebels crew is being formed. We see a little bit of Did we see a little bit of Chopper? Definitely saw an R2 unit. I can't remember if it was him or not. But yeah, get them all together to say hi. Except for one, of course. But you know, maybe let's get Freddie Prinze Jr. in this somewhere. I don't know if he wants to do it. You know, he's very particular. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this because I really enjoyed the first one, no matter what people say. It was a bit of fun, and yeah, more from me, please. And when will that be, please?
More.
Please.
More. Yes, January. We will be getting more Ahsoka. The 20th of January, to be precise, on Disney Plus.
January. Cool.
Trailer park's done.
Yes.
Which means it's time for the moment, the segment, the section, the part, the place, the spot, the
not the same.
It's not the same when we're not in person. No. X-Men.
Culture.
Peepcorn.
X-Men. 97.
Culture 97. X-Men.
Yes. Yes. Popcorn Culture 97 edition. Yes. We're here. It's the finale of season 2 of X-Men 97. This is episode 9. Survival of the fittest. And
the emotions.
how are we doing? How are we doing, fam? Because I was at work watching this, trying not to cry.
You were at work?
I watched it at work on my lunch break, and I'm sitting in the middle of a Westfield shopping center, holding my phone, watching it with my noise cancelling headphones in, and I'm just like, oh,
Sobbing.
don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Yeah.
You
I was like,
never
fuck. Fuck. Okay. Great. I'm glad the vibe check is solid. Cool. All right. Initial thoughts. Yeah. I thought it was very good. I have been seeing a little bit of criticism online about this episode, in terms of the payoff for the season arc. But I say fuck you to those people. Because I don't know. I thought it was fine. Like I see, like I hear the complaint of, you know, they were building stuff with Apocalypse, and then they just decided to start doing these bottle episodes that had Apocalypse sort of in the background, and then focusing on, you know, some of the other characters and things that were going on. I mean, like,
Have you
that's
not
fine.
watched the show?
Like, this is, I think it's like very of its time thing. Like, you know, like the original X-Men show was very much like that. There were a lot of, like, you know, bottle episodes about, you know, this is the villain of the week sort of thing. But like, I think like, because the other problem with this show, not that it's a problem, but it's like, season 1 was so good, and no one expected it to be so good, that now everything that's going to follow it is just going to be an uphill battle. So I feel like some people are just not going to be satisfied, to be honest. But I, like, for me, like, if you're like almost making me cry in the middle of a Westfield, then yes, you've done your job, you've succeeded. I thought this was really good. Like, yeah, just seeing the you know, all the stuff with Gambit and Rogue and Nightcrawler. Fuck me. And then just some really great action scenes, like the, you know, the all of our X teams are fighting against each other, and this, like, you know, just mutant versus mutant, and it's just so many cool things. Like, I want to dive into a couple of them, so I won't go too much into them now, but yeah, that was really, really cool. And then a post-credit scene that we will talk about at the end.
Oh boy.
Setting some things up that are going to be a big problem.
The big mystery.
A big mystery, huh? Yes. You might call it a mystery. Yes. Yeah. No, I love this. It hit all the emotional beats for me, and it was entertaining, and it was fun, and it was X-Men, and I'm happy. So I'm sad it's over, but I'm happy at the same time. So now we have to wait until next year for, I think they've said going forward it'll be year upon year instead of every 2 years now. So thank God for that. All right, Fulya, hit me with your overall thoughts. How much did you cry? Go on, tell us.
Oh my God, I sobbed. I was in my living room, by the way, when I watched it, so I was able to let it all out. I was like, that's it? That's how you can end it? It's literally what I said. Something to my TV. Oh, man. No, this is a really good episode overall. Lot of action happening. The different dynamics between all of the mutants, the X teams, you know, fighting against. I love that they did the opening title with the, you know, X Factor versus X-Men. You know, that was cool. I was very concerned for Gambit. Very concerned for Gambit. But then I knew that something was going to happen with Rogue where she will do anything and everything to get him back. So that wasn't, going to be a surprise to me. But that ending definitely shook me. I was not expecting that. I'm like, something was supposed to happen that didn't. But we'll get to that. So, yeah, no, overall, emotions were very high in this episode. I was very upset with Cable. Urgh, Nathan, how dare you? But I had a feeling something wasn't right during that moment. I'm like, I don't know if that's it. Not final form.
It never is it. It's never that easy,
No. But I also love that Rogue went to the ends of the universe to do what she could to save Gambit, to bring him back to life.
Rogue went rogue.
She did. Very much
did.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, great episode. Definitely hit me in the feels very hard by the end of it. So yeah, this now the way they've set up for the next season, I am very, very concerned for the world. Very concerned. And for the X-Men. So yeah.
Yeah. Concern is the appropriate emotion. All right, Mike. How are you feeling about this episode overall? What did you think?
I was satisfied. Because just like the original animated show, they always do like a couple of story beats that are followed through the whole thing, and they sort of done Apocalypse a couple of times. So I kind of understand that this is another version of the same thing because in order to defeat Apocalypse, it's a circle thing and all this other stuff, and and props for the show to actually catch me unawares. I thought it was going down one thing, and I was preparing myself for that fact, and it just did something else. And I thought, oh, well done. I did not see that coming, and I'm sad for it because I wasn't that quite upset when Cable did what he did because, sewer rat.
He got influenced, damn it.
Oh, sure. He fell into the wrong crowd.
Look, I want to have a little bit of a discussion about Cable. It's an interesting debate, so we'll get into it.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah. Hubris. No, it's not really hubris. It's just just do the thing. So overall, I like the episode, and it does, and I like the fact that it does touch upon other things within the MCU, like with the Eternals and stuff, and the iconography in that. Yeah, I want more. I can't wait for next year.
Yes, definitely. Next year for this season 3, it's going to be very good. Let's dive in and start talking a bit more about some of the stuff we saw. As I mentioned, everyone's kind of fighting everyone in this, as X Factor and X Force join forces to take on X Corp on the remnants of Genosha in the new X Corp building that Xavier has erected. R.I.P. to that building, I guess. And
we hardly knew you.
We hardly knew you. Yeah. Val Cooper is just gun ho, like we are stopping. We're gonna get Gambit, and we're stopping Apocalypse. it's all happening, and and she will not be bargained with or reasoned with as much as Charles tries. Bless Charles Xavier, he's the best. And then obviously that it leads to just all out action scenes happening. One of my favorites that I just wanted to touch on was the Jubilee versus Havoc sequence. With the two of them in their respective jets flying around, and like the banter between them as well was great. And Jubilee's whole "I'm not a kid" sort of stuff, and then she really like shows Havoc up and like proves her worth during that sequence. Like, I mean, she already has, we talked about it a few episodes ago. There was the great kind of episode where Jubilee was like the MVP of the story, getting that awesome action sequence set to that punk rock song, and here she is, like, she just keeps leveling up. I really love what they've done with Jubilee this season. I think it's miles better than how she was in season 1. So it's really, really awesome. I loved that. And then the other fight scene I really enjoyed watching was, of course, Cable versus his parents. That was something. There was just so many layers to that fight, and Scott and Jean are trying to reason with him, and like not to jump the gun on the Cable debate that I want to have, but what I really enjoy about this fight and some of the dialogue that is going back and forth is like this whole argument with, like, they raised him. He was raised to believe that his destiny was to kill Apocalypse. Like, this is something that's been built into him, from the beginning. And Scott and Jean were advocates for that, and now all of a sudden they find themselves in a situation where they don't want to kill Apocalypse because if they kill Apocalypse, it means they lose Gambit. And then, Cable's just like, well, what do you mean? Like, I don't know any other way. So I just really loved, like, how that fight kind of, got to explore a little bit of that. And it just looked really cool too. Just, Scott and Jean just, like, no offense to Wolverine, but, like, I just love seeing Cyclops and Jean Grey work together to take people down. Not that they could stop their son, because that was never going to happen. But yeah. Fully, do you have any favorite fight sequences in this episode? Like, just in the earlier stages before we get to the the main event.
Yeah. I guess the whole Jean and Cyclops with trying to get through to Nathan was definitely up there for me in terms of, like, I understand that Nathan was doing what he was essentially brought up to do, but the fact that he doesn't have any kind of, like, reasoning process happening. He was essentially going by what he was told to do ever since he was a child, especially from his parents. And then, it comes to that point of that argument, it's like, and especially Cyclops saying, son, I don't want to hurt you, but we can find a way to beat Apocalypse another way. We don't need to kill Gambit to do it. But right now, in Nathan's eyes, it's like, he is in a vulnerable position right now. He is he's held captive inside of Gambit's mind. This is how we kill him. He needs to go. This is a sacrifice that he's going to have to make, kind of a situation. And that battle, that argument, sort of that back and forth that they have was very gut-wrenching to watch. It was very hard to watch. And it was upsetting as well, just in that sort of context. I did also, what else was there? I think the battle with who was I think that might have been a little bit further down the track. Yeah, I think the Wolverine and Morph little section was kind of fun too. Especially when Morph ends up fighting as Wolverine and then tricks one of the X Factor team members, and then all of a sudden one of them were like, hold on a second, there's another person in here. and it's like, I tricked you. And then morphs into what's his name? Doc Ock. So that was a fun sequence to sort of watch those two sort of bounce off of each other and Morph just do his thing, because he's awesome at doing that sort of stuff, and tricking people. It's and then just seeing like these different characters that you haven't really seen in a very long time in animated form. It was also fun to see as well. So yeah, I think those were the ones that were really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike, any thoughts or feelings about some of the initial fighting we see amongst all the mutants?
I liked the entire thing. Like, coming from, like, thinking about the original, and yeah, it's of its time, and they can really afford to do anything extravagant like this. It's definitely a good plus for me. Seeing something that's been painstakingly crafted, as it were, and how each fighting sequence is unique, especially the ones in the air, on land, between all of them. I really enjoyed the fact that Wolverine getting a sword in the head and just quipping. It's like, these brains have already been scrambled. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one too. Yeah.
Because it does remind me of the Deadpool thing where he gets a knife within his head and he's like, everything's like crazy because he has a knife in his head. And so it's, yeah, that's what you get when the healing factor is working for you. So I love it. Yeah, I like the Doc Ock. It's
yeah.
It's all connected.
It's all great. Well, speaking of great, and speaking of fight scenes, one of the most fun fight scenes was probably the return of the one and only Remy LeBeau, Gambit.
Yeah.
They like to tease throughout the episode. They keep cutting to the shot of him in bed, hooked up to, monitors and things.
The heart rate monitors getting faster and faster.
Yeah. And you keep seeing his face start to twitch and stuff. And then during a fight with Polaris and I forget who she's with. I think she's with Bishop, I think. And they're, looking a bit worse for wear, and then the man returns. Our favorite Cajun superhero returns. Yeah. And it was just great. It put the biggest smile on my face just to see him back in action. He's himself. He looks like himself.
Yes.
Like it was just so lovely, and just coming straight out the gate with the Mon Ami, it was just awesome. I really loved it. So I'm really glad that we, in amongst everything that went on in this episode, in this season, we actually got a chance to see Remy in action again as Gambit at the top of his game, really putting those X Factor, X Force folks in their place. Fulya, were you over the moon to see this happen? How did this go for you?
I would just the cutbacks to Remy as he's lying there, and and he's kind of unconscious, and we're waiting for him to wake up. I'm thinking to myself, something's going to happen, Apocalypse is going to wake up within him, and then shit's going to hit the fan. And and then the moment I saw his playing card fly into the battle, I thought, oh, I think he's awake and he's back. And then cut to he's there with he's got his stuff, he's ready to go. And it was so good to see him and his little entrance quote. And yeah, it was very cool. And then you just see him kick butt against them. Like it's just like going nuts and doing what he does best. So I loved that sequence. That battle sequence was awesome. And just seeing him back to his normal self again was really good.
Don't you think?
Okay.
Don't you think he should have been in a hospital gown?
Yeah.
And he did all the fighting sequence with his ass like flapping out.
I don't think Disney would have allowed that.
And maybe if this was like Creature Commandos.
Cowards.
Bunch of cowards, yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't have complained.
It's a cartoon ass.
We'll take it.
Juicy.
Mike, what did you think of Gambit back in action here?
I have to admit, yeah, it was a highlight.
Mm.
It's always good to seeing that bloke just wrecking shop, and it's just the added bonus of what's going to happen at the end. And
Yeah.
Bullet to the head.
Bullet to the head. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. So things in this episode escalate pretty quickly. And this is where I want to get into the Cable stuff. So it was pretty shocking, I will say, just straight up, just to see before Professor X could barely get a word out, Cable just shoots Gambit in the head. And like I was like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Like this can't be it. This can't be, like, you know, there's got to be more. And then surely, of course, there was. But like, you know, as I talked a little bit about, like this whole idea of Cable being, you know, trained and conditioned almost to just believe that his destiny was to defeat Apocalypse. And so I feel like to a degree, I don't blame him for shooting Remy, as much as it pains me to say that. Only because he doesn't know any better, doesn't know any other way, and more importantly, as he says in the episode, Remy is one person. Apocalypse is going to kill billions of people. So it's that whole, you know, trolley problem situation that likes to pop up conveniently, time and time again. So I actually don't mind the fact that Cable is like gung ho about this. And you know, as much as it pains me to say, but by the same token, even though the X-Men fight for the greater good, and they want to save humanity despite how humanity has treated them, at the end of the day, they won't sacrifice their friend in order to save the world. And that's what makes, you know, like the X-Men, I think. You know, even though I'm sure they all know, like, it's like the right thing to do would be to let Remy die or whatever, you know, let Cable do what he does. But I think it all just worked for me. I think I saw both sides of the argument, and it played out really, really wonderfully, until everything turned to hell, and then Remy looked like some twisted Apocalypse version of himself that was creepy as shit. But yeah, no, I enjoyed how this all kind of played out, and the morality questions that it brought in and stuff, and how everything just really felt in character for me. So I liked that. What did you make of it, Fulya? Where do you come down on the, or is Cable right? Or the X-Men right? I put your love for Gambit aside. I did this. I had to do it. What do you think? Do you see where Cable's coming from, or do you think he should have just backed off a bit?
And think, does this universe need to have death has no meaning? So what's really the point?
Yeah.
Look, in this sort of instance, Cable ended up rather than killing Apocalypse, he ended up waking him up and bringing him forth,
Yeah.
So I guess in this sort of sense, I was like, I understood where he was coming from, but the moment we saw Gambit turn into this apocalypse monstrosity, which also creeped me out too, did not look great.
Yeah. Nope.
Not
a
did
fan.
not like it. I think that's where my brain was more in the side of, I feel like the X-Men could have found another way to defeat him while he was still, even though it was very temporary, I'm pretty sure they would have found another way to deal with Apocalypse without the need for that kind of violence, I guess. Because, but then again, like, we didn't know that this was going to happen.
No, that's the other thing, right?
The X-Men had no clue that, killing Gambit meant, like, they honestly thought maybe killing Gambit would kill Apocalypse, and that's what everybody was thinking. Because he was kind of like a vessel in a way, sort of like a containment for him. But at the same time, I guess it was a surprise to everybody, because honestly, when that happened and he dropped to the floor, everybody was in shock. Cable, not so much. But then we were lingering on this moment for a little bit longer, and I thought, okay, that makes me feel uneasy. Something's about to happen, and it's not going to be good. And then I was right. So yeah, it is a difficult kind of a conundrum, and to sort of think about. I get it. They want to get rid of the the catastrophe that could potentially happen. They wanted to make sure it was in a contained form, that they could get rid of it as soon as possible. But it's also that other side of me of, maybe the X-Men did have another way of getting through to Apocalypse, or maybe they knew they could find another way to get rid of him somehow. But then after all that, I thought to myself, okay, hold on a second. Rogue hasn't even showed up yet with her new power, quote unquote.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we're going to talk about that.
And I thought, okay, there's going to be some other way that's going to be dealt with, because she still needs to show up. So yeah, it was hard for me to deal with.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah,
very, very fair. All right, Mike. What did you make of Cable just going in guns blazing? What side of the debate do you come down on? Do you see both sides, or are you just like, nah?
Well, there's always a way to deal with things. I'm trying to remember what I was feeling at the time. And I think I was just along with the ride with it. I just want to see what happens in a morbid way. And also I was just thinking, it's like, well, because it was so impactful of having having Gambit like doing what he did, like self-sacrifice himself, and it all led to this, and I sort of knew that if the ending for the previous season was Apocalypse finding the card, so therefore this and equals that.
Yeah.
I think it was inevitable. That's why I thought after the previous episode, it's like, oh, is that it? I don't think that's it. It's not that satisfying. Otherwise, they would do something else with this episode, and it would lead to the next big bad, or even bringing back Magneto, which they'll probably do next season. You know,
Yeah.
because death has
I'm
no
sure
meaning.
Xavier will find a way.
Bring back Mr. Sinister. That makes sense. And yeah. Yeah, brains turning into mush.
That's fine.
I like that the question is so in the air, and it can do different ways, and that's what it is. It's not just cut and dry the right way of doing the right way, and I kind of like what the X-Men was sort of dealing with, like throughout the other one, including having the mock trial with Krennic. Krennic? No.
Creed.
I'm thinking Star Wars again. Mixing up my franchises. Anyway, yeah, I kind of like it's all color of gray, and it's not all black and white, and because that's what real life is. It's not all.
Yeah.
It's not all cut and dry. It's more to do with the feel of the time, and like as you said, Cable has lived all his life knowing that this is the thing, this is the mission, no matter what happens, and you're blinded by that sort of gung-ho going into the missions and not thinking of anything of, sure, I got rid of the vessel, what happens to the soul, as it were. And then ending with things.
With stuff and things. Yes. Well, let's start to head towards the ending. Because while all this battling has been going on, Rogue, Beast, and Nightcrawler have located Ship because they want to go see if Ship can help them to stop Apocalypse. If there's a non-violent way to save Remy and to defeat Apocalypse, hopefully this is where the answer lies. And then Rogue just decides, I'm just going to go into the shrine thing. I'm just going to, even though I really shouldn't. Yeah. And Beast is like, warning her not to go in kind of thing. But she doesn't listen. As Fulya mentioned earlier, like Rogue's going to do anything for her Remy. So she goes in, and then she meets with the same celestial being that Ensab and Nur met with earlier in the season. And, he tells her about how, if you defeat Apocalypse, you're going to incur the wrath of, celestial beings across the universe. This is going to be very bad for you. And then to appease the celestial, she essentially offers her life up in exchange for Remy's. And that was, again, very unsurprising of her to do. I kind of really liked these scenes with the celestial that Rogue had, and how she was willing to go to the very ends of her, existence, really, to save him. And then she transforms. She has her little Sailor Moon moment, and she comes out in a really cool outfit, just looking incredible, looking ethereal and powerful and infinite and just awesome. It was just so cool. But she doesn't tell Nightcrawler and Beast what's happened, and of course she doesn't. But she kind of says goodbye to them in a roundabout way, and Nightcrawler picks up on it instantly, because of course he does. And yeah, and then while Gambit Apocalypse is fighting against the X-Men, and things are looking quite harrowing, we get the moment where Rogue comes in, and this is the moment where I actually started getting emotional, because I'm probably gonna cry again. Rogue comes in. The look on her face. She's happy. She's smiling. She's not worried. She's not concerned. She's like, I've made the choice to give up my life for the man I love. He's gonna live. And that makes me so happy. And all she does is take off her glove and touch his face. And I'm just like, the fuck? What's happening? How is this show just continuing to just hit? Like, I was just like, this is a woman in love with an incredible man, and she knows it, and she knows she's saving him, and just like, there's no fear in her. She's like, I know I'm doing the right thing. Like, just she doesn't say anything. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Highlight of the season for me, this moment with Rogue. Yeah, and then of course, yeah, things work out, or so we think, but we'll get to that in a second. Fulya, I'm sure this is when you started getting upset as well. maybe how did Rogue work for you in this episode? Her decision to go to the ends of the earth, the ends of the universe, even to save Remy, and how it plays out once she returns newly upgraded.
Yeah, I knew that she was going to do something, sacrificial and selfless like that. Or, well, I don't know. Would you call it selfless, or is it selfish?
I don't think it's selfish. It's very much selfless, but I guess it's the only way I guess you would call it selfish is because, like, if it had gotten to a point where Remy had found out that Rogue was going to die, I'm sure there would have been some like discussion of like, how can you leave me? Like, how dare you abandon me? Like, we're supposed to be in this together. Like, I'm sure there would have been some, hopelessly romantic back and forth about sacrifice and stuff. But yeah, no, I think she's quite selfless. She's not. She would rather him live. Like, he was taken too soon. He's got another chance at life, and she wants to give that gift to him, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a feeling she was gonna do something like that and just take business into her own hands, because nobody else was finding another way to help him to get rid of Apocalypse. So she knew that if she didn't go in to the shrine and figure out what was happening, and there was no way that they were going to be able to save him, right? I love the shot where she ends up sort of just flying, well, not really flying, more so floating towards this giant celestial head.
Yeah, it's cool.
And the discussion that they have, and the fact that the celestial being was like, we can't change the order of things. There has to be a sacrifice. And then the celestials, says, okay, well, if you can give us that sacrifice, then we will give you the power for this final fight. And then seeing her come out of that shrine, very almost godlike, I guess. She's got these like stars surrounding her, the like constellations or something sort of going around her, and she's looking very shiny and glittery and golden, and then she's got this aura about her that she's she feels ready, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's something I can sort of put out there. It really looked like she was ready to end, for her life to end, because she was okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she was willing to take on a celestial.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, yeah, the fact that she went for the punch.
Yeah.
That went nowhere.
Mm. I love that.
So,
I was just going to say on that quickly, I love that punching a celestial is like punching the sun, and that like you don't even have to touch it to get damage.
yeah.
Like, it's kind of great.
Yeah. So, and then the moment that I was waiting for the moment she was going to rock up.
Mm.
That's what got me feeling a little bit sort of tense.
Mm.
Especially once Gambit was the Gambit apocalypse thing, and I thought, when is Rogue gonna show up? She has to be here. When is she coming? Like, that's what I was waiting for. And then the moment that she does was the crucial moment. Ungloves her hand and goes straight for the face, and doesn't even have to do anything. Is just touch the face. All right, glow, and then all of a sudden you see this kind of like sort of split of souls or whatever sort of coming out of Gambit. You know, everything's starting to shift. And I love that once she's done that, ends up grabbing it and crunches it into a ball in her palms, turns it into a gem. And then that touch of the apocalypse sort of face, almost in spirit, it was just like in shock or sort of like trying to scream kind of a look before it disappeared. I love that it's blue. Apocalypse blue. Yeah, like I wasn't expecting her to turn Apocalypse, like encapsulate him into a like this special gemstone of sorts. But that definitely made me feel very relieved that things turned out great. But then I also remembered, oh, hold on, this is the part where the sacrifice is going to happen now. After they have their little moment reunion, they kiss, and then I'm thinking, okay, it's happening. It's going to happen. And she's just smiling, and I'm getting all choked up.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for this something to happen. Oh, God. And then it doesn't? What?
Yep. Yep.
I'll stop there.
We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But first, Mike, let's just go through your thoughts on Rogue and the choices she makes for Remy here.
Yeah, I sort of was preparing myself to actually lose Rogue.
Yeah.
When she was talking with the Celestial, and there's got to be a sacrifice, and I go, oh, we're leading towards this. She's going to self-sacrifice because Remy did, and it's going to be out of pure love and chances and all that. So I was mentally preparing myself for that, and I wasn't really thinking any other possibility, and I completely forgotten what happened with Beast and Nightcrawler. I suppose with it's sort of a fitting ending for the series to actually do something like this, because it was all sort of going for the apocalypse side. It started with him, like his beginnings, and then this is like one of the endings, because we've sort of done this before if you've seen the original series, and how it's slightly different. It's sort of like different every time. You just gotta work out how to defeat it, defeat the apocalypse, and if that's going towards like helping with the gods, it's like, okay, it's very, very, very Greek mythology. Go for the gods. To say help me with this, it's like, okay, but sacrifice is the virtue, and I do like this. I do like there's always a different skin, a different upgrade, especially with Gambit doing his death in the previous episode, as well as the Goblin Queen for Jean from season 1, where this is godlike rogue.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby style god robe. I'm doing this for Jesus. Yeah, I think people have been saying, oh, it's too easy. You just turn Apocalypse into a gem and that's it. It's like, yeah, but the sacrifice was an eye for an eye, and that's what Remy did for everyone.
Yeah.
In Genosha, and Rogue was doing this for Remy to come back, and then we'll talk about it. I was surprised at the end, and then I was going. I thought this was the ending, and then yeah, Beast came in the helicopter helicarrier by himself, holding the red book, which a lot of people are speculating. In every intro that's got Beast in it, he's always reading from a red book. So retroactively, are we thinking it's that? It's Nightcrawler's Bible. So
yeah, maybe fitting. Very fitting. All right, let's talk about the ending. So as Fulya so eloquently was explaining, we think that this is the end, and we're waiting for Rogue to, fade away. I don't want to go Mr. Stark style, or whatever it's going to be. And, we're going to have this heartbreaking exchange, but then nothing happens. And we're like, what the hell?
I mean, nothing happens. First of all, the celestial power sort of like suit, I guess, that she had disappears.
Yeah, that vanishes. Yes.
Yeah.
The Fortnite skin got reimbursed.
Yeah. And so we're waiting. Once that's disappeared, we're like, okay, like Rogue is. I feel like she comes to this realization of like, okay, this is it. And then, and then nothing happens.
And Remy can see it in her face too.
he knows something's up. And then, as Mike just said too, we get to see Beast coming back alone, and then
Beast got to do something this year.
Yeah, exactly. And then we cut straight to Nightcrawler, in conversation with the Celestial, and then immediately I'm like, no. And I just want to read the dialogue here because I thought it was quite beautiful. So the Celestial says, "Who are you to challenge the sacrifice that she has made?" Nightcrawler replies, "Not to challenge it, but to complete it. Your life for hers? I know they will grieve, but I also believe with time, my memory will be a seed from which new ones will grow." And while he's saying all this, we're getting this beautiful montage of the X-Men, during peacetime and, doing their normal things, and, Remy and Rogue are together. each day a new blessing to share with one another, learn from one another, and to build a better future with the hearts that they inspire together as they were always meant to be. How can you be so certain your end will bring forth all this life? Because I have faith.
Cue the tears and oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. I mean, we talk about Nightcrawler a lot, and that like this is like peak Nightcrawler. Like this is Kurt, you are 1 in a million, and I hope this isn't the end of him in this show, because goddamn. That was a fucking beautiful scene, and like like it's just so great, like to just see, you know, like again, like it kind of speaks to what I was saying about earlier with the X-Men being these people that are like, we will do anything we can to save the ones we love and save the ones we care about, even if it means opposing, you know, the right thing and potentially risking the lives of billions of people. Or in this case, Nightcrawler didn't want to lose his sister. Nightcrawler respects Rogue and appreciates, I'm sure, what the sacrifice that she made, but he was like, no, you two need to be together. I'm gonna do this for you. And then we cut to fucking credits, and I'm like, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What?
I was sobbing looking at the credits. I'm like, wait, you're gonna end it like that?
Yeah.
What?
I actually rewound it. I had to go back because I was like, it just faded to white, and then credits happened. I was like, I've gotta. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. What did I miss something?
I missed something.
So I went back, and then I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, this was fucking great. This was such a great way to end the season. And wow, Nightcrawler, man. Pour one out. Pour one out for Kurt. He's a real one. Fulya, you've already talked a little bit about how this made you feel, but do you want to expand on anything a little bit?
There's not really much else I can say. That's literally what I want. That's how I was feeling in the moment. I was like just crying and just
my God.
choked up and telling the TV to stop it.
Yeah, no television. Yeah. Bad television.
Yeah. My heart was very much broken when that happened. And it's very sad.
It's devastating. How did Nightcrawler's sacrifice work for you, Mike? It was a complete surprise to me. Was it a surprise to you?
It was. Yeah. It's another form of love. It's sibling love. So love is always the answer, and where do they go from here? We don't know. They can only do it a couple of times, otherwise, like, you sacrifice for that person, then you sacrifice for that person. But it is kind of interesting that not to get into the post credit, but considering mother son sort of thing happening there, or depending on how they're doing it, it's either father son, because there's a little interesting tidbit for that. I didn't see it coming. As I said, I was prepared for Rogue to sacrifice. But yeah, where do we go from here? Did I? What? I answered that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
It was sad.
It was sad.
Yeah.
It was very sad. All right, let's wrap it up and just quickly talk about the post-credit scene. So we find out that Graydon Creed has been elected president.
Boo.
This is not good. And in a world where Nightcrawler doesn't exist, as far as we know. So that's even worse. So 10 points. And then we see Val Cooper is going through some files, looking into Mystique. Hello, Mystique. Welcome to the chat. And then Mystique appears and kills Val and becomes Val, and that is just making things so much better, isn't it? It's just going to be. Yeah, we're screwed. The X-Men are screwed. Yeah, lovely little setup for season 3. Really cool to see Mystique finally making an appearance in the show. And yeah, like Mike was saying, you know, there's a bit of a family affair going on now. You know, Mystique is also is Mystique in hang on. Yes. Mystique is Graydon's mum as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And she's also Rogue's adopted daughter.
Adopted, yeah, mum.
Adopted
Yeah,
mum.
And then Kurt's mum, and
or
all of
father,
that.
depending on your comic.
Yeah.
Because Mystic takes the form of a man.
Yeah. Okay.
And all the bits.
Yeah. Yes. I love comics. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like a bit of a family thing going on, and it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I can't say if I want Nightcrawler's death to be undone or whatnot, considering Gambit. We have Gambit back now, and to say that, I feel like that his return, we kind of talked about it last week, but his return hasn't really taken much away from his sacrifice that he made. And like Mike, you were saying, like, this Rogue's attempt at sacrificing herself to save him was sort of this lovely bookend for that, you know, that whole thing. But Nightcrawler, yeah, I hope we can bring him back, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to keep an open mind about it, and hopefully whatever happens, and all we know is that the first episode of season 3 is probably going to be really sad. So there's also that. Fulya, any final thoughts from you? How did this post-credit scene work for you? What did you think?
Yeah, that was very concerning. Seeing all that sort of roll out, and all of a sudden, you know, the file of Mystique is there, and I'm thinking, okay, something with Mystique happening for this season. This is going to be interesting. And then the real, what's her name? Val? The real Val walks in, sees herself. Who the hell are you? All of a sudden changes to Mystique. And then bang, bang, she's dead. Not looking good. Especially considering that Val is still, I guess, working with the government. So
Still
Mystique now.
X-Force, yeah.
Yeah, so now Mystique being the leader, pretending to be Val. It's gonna be very worrying. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way lies badness.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
And now that Krieg is Prime Minister, President,
yeah.
there's going to be an all-out war.
Yeah.
As it were,
Mm-hmm.
between humans and mutants alike.
Yeah.
Maybe a registry. So
Yeah, maybe
it was just
civil war.
Yeah, it was just well, they sort of did a civil war this season.
Yeah, they have already, I
With
guess.
X-Force
But more like
and-
the you know, the superhuman registry or whatever they call it. That's in the comics, you know. They can maybe do it closely.
But now it used to be like the Friends of Humanity, and that sort of group has now turned itself turned into the government. So it's going to be a watch list. It's going to be everything that There's going to be ice on the streets. Real life.
Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
Fun. All right.
Creed is Homelander.
Creed is Homelander without any powers.
Yeah. Spoilers for the ending for boys.
Yeah, accidental spoilers. So good. All right, let's end it
Yes.
because sleep. Okay,
Yes.
we made it. X-Men 97 season 2 is over. Sad face. Until season 3 next year, we will be covering it on the podcast. You can bet your sweet bippy on that. But yes, other than that, that's the pod. That's the episode. Thank you for bearing with our technical issues. Thank you for bearing with the lateness and the long podcast. But D23, man, it deserves some time. Lots of stuff was announced. Yes, any final thoughts before we sign off on anything?
No, but I just wanted to mention, obviously from the start of the episode, or the start of the show, I won't be here for the next few weeks. I will be away. And Kendall and Michael will be looking after you all with all of the pop culture news that'll be coming out next few weeks.
Yes, we will.
And then when I return, I will have some nerdy gaming news for you all.
Wonderful.
By then, mind you guys will probably already know about it beforehand. So
yeah, potentially, yeah.
Before I get back, because it'll be happening live. But yeah, just wanted to say that I'll be away for a few weeks, going on holidays.
Yes, we're very excited for you, Fulya. Have the best time.
Thank you.
It's gonna be so great. Germany is wonderful. All right, well, that's it. That is all. Let's head on out. A 1, a 2, a 3. And that
was a
podcast
called
Fred.
Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest Fred content.
For Fred the Alien, you can listen to Fred the Alien and find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions, and please go and give us a follow over on the Twitch side of things when we go live, twitch.tv/Fred the Alien Twitch.
Yes, I've been a Kendall Richardson.
I've been a Fulya Kantarmaju.
And I've been the sleepy, dopey, and bashful and dark Michael Lister.
and
you just experienced
a podcast
called
Laters, gators,
and
oh my goodness.